people to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll refresh just to have it start up. Yep, okay, cool. I have a weird hair that's sticking out. Copy. Paste.
Oh, Lord.
What? That's what they want.
Okay, I got it to work this time. My Twitch just did not like being opened early.
What? Do you like what I put?
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect, Dave.
I should have put a bunch of like 18 plus symbols and X's as well.
Good Lord.
What? Am I wrong?
No,
You're looking at me, tell me I'm wrong. Hi, Screams and
It's
Sims.
just a mother.
It's
you
just
know?
a mother.
That's all it is.
Some more mother content.
Some more mother content.
Clean your room, sweetie.
Mommy ASMR, but it's literally just somebody acting like your mother.
You need to unload the dishwasher.
Did you get your homework done? Imagine.
I made you fresh cookies.
Oh my gosh. We're horrible.
Yes.
This is why people like us.
Yeah. Because we're degenerates.
Twitch just does not want to cooperate with me
It's
today.
working fine for me.
Mitch with the lowercase screen.
Right.
Okay, there we go.
Damn
Now
it.
I'm finally in it. All right. It's still not displaying everything perfectly, but I am in it, so I'm going to call that good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I have it open and pulled up, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now it's an uppercase.
Oh,
I.
now
Now
it's
it's an uppercase on.
Right?
All right, then. So, letting everybody filter in.
Mhm.
I'll say as well, welcome, Screams and Simp and Mitch Mash.
Hello.
Good to see you. I'm glad that you reacted positively to the announcement that Dave made, as it's not wrong, so...
Literally, like, the last half of session last week was them just screaming mommy in the chat.
Well, the highlight I made of last session was just the 90 seconds after I pulled up her picture and everyone lost their minds, so...
Yep. Also, cool, I love birds. That is very awesome that you have one on your shoulder. I like pets, at least. We like pets. He doesn't.
No.
He hates them.
He would want a cool bird though, like a big old raven or owl or something.
That would be acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
I want a murder of crows.
Just all of them.
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
Just a bunch.
Sucks that there's really only grackles around where we live.
I saw a woodpecker yesterday.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
cool.
When we get our own place, I plan on feeding the corvids and just making a whole big clan of corvids.
You can?
love me.
You can do that. It's been pretty well documented. They're very good at recognizing faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
And-
smart.
For all the people who got here early, and I'll see this for you guys as well, by what I'm doing, the next major admiral whose art is being commissioned right now might actually have a corvid in their art somewhere.
Oh, snap.
Possibly.
Really?
All right. Well, now it is officially the time.
Yep.
So, I'll start with our introductions. My name is Calvin Anderson. I'm the head writer of Song of Sirens, and I'm the GM for this campaign, and I'm the one who's going to be facilitating all of their shenanigans. And a heads up to everybody, there is the potential for this campaign, for this episode specifically, to get a little steamy. But it'll depend on people's choices. As always, they are allowed to say no. I just have a feeling that there's at least one person who is not going to do that.
Oh, yes. Introductions. I got distracted.
Mhm.
I'm Laurel Anderson. I'm the editor, and I will be playing Caterina Donatelli.
I'm Dave. I am the main book artist, and I'm playing Galileo Aquila.
Mhm.
I'm Red. I'm the lead playtester, and I'm playing Daniel Ambrosio.
All right. So where we left off last time is, time-wise, it is the week of the 30th of July, 1930.
We're almost about to get paid.
Yes. As soon as this week finishes, each of you will get your paycheck.
I love getting money.
And each of you had just spent the day doing Admiral business. Specifically, you'd spent the day negotiating with Empress/Admiral Li Bai, and you'd received a list of her demands, her wants, and her list of concessions that she is willing to make that she has thought of. So now, and then all of you, after receiving that list, said you wanted your admirals to have an evening to sleep on it.
Yeah.
So what your choices are now is you can spend the rest of the week in southern China, and you would each get a spot of free time in and around the city of Nanjing, either with the Empress or doing stuff with your sirens or whatever. Or you could just have a quick meeting with her and then immediately sail for the other set of warlords and get them done in the same week. As meeting with them does not take up your free time, as that's part of your official duties. And then you would have your free time at sea.
Yep.
So you can either have 2 spots of free time in the southern Chinese warlords, or sail, have a little bit of free time, and then finish out your week in the western Chinese warlords meeting Zhou Guang. So it's up to you guys. Do you want to meet with her and then relax in southern China for a bit? Or do you want to just blitz it over to the other guy, talk to him, make your choice after hearing both of their offers, and then sail to Japan to let Japan know which one you feel is more workable? Because they're willing to work with either of them because they
Yeah.
hate them both equally.
Yeah. What did you say the date was again?
It is currently the 30th of July.
30th. Okay.
I say we just head on over to the other...
Might as well get
Mhm.
get all of our options all put together so we can get back to her as quickly as we can.
Yeah, she will not be offended if you leave immediately after the meeting, so...
Yeah.
But we'll tell her. We'll be in contact.
Yeah.
We're not just ditching you. We're gonna come back.
And also, you do know that if you had stayed here for a week, she would be trying to get you for that week.
Yep.
In what way that would manifest, you won't know if you leave, but she would definitely be trying to get you to her side, as she understands that you're a very strong ally who holds the keys to a different strong ally who's much closer.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to let her have the chance to get you? Cowards.
There'll be plenty of opportunities for that later. All right, so you all are choosing to sail to Western China then.
Yeah, because we want to see the other guy.
Yes.
Because you said you had Arthur.
We'll give
Yes,
him
I
a
do.
fair chance, and
Mhm.
also I want to see what he looks like.
Right,
Yes.
maybe he's good for you.
Maybe I will override you. Maybe we will have no mommy, but a daddy.
Oh.
We'll see. As stated last time, I'm the only one at this table who has no interest in men, so I don't know if he's hot.
Whereas this side of the table all has interests in men.
we have a wide range of tastes in men.
Right.
So
You
We
only
will
men and woman. Me man and only man. Man and both. We got everything over here.
I don't like women.
No,
You
is-
woman.
Oh, I am a woman.
Are
Okay.
you no longer a woman
Yes,
now?
I am woman.
All right,
Okay.
so all of you are setting sail. I would say to a specific city, but I don't know which one. So it is whatever city over there is the most important.
Mhm.
I'm less familiar with Western China. So you will be sailing there. I'm not going to have you roll for weather because you're only sailing for 1 week, so it doesn't matter.
Right, like we're literally, we could probably like travel there on land in about the same amount of time,
Yeah,
honestly.
you just want to have your fleet with you.
Oh yeah, just in case.
So you will be sailing in friendly coastal waters for
Sick.
1 week. So, Dave, roll me a D100. It'll almost certainly be nothing. Friendly coastal waters is very, very likely to be nothing. Tell me the number when you get it.
1 second. 10.
10. Okay, that's really low.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, probably nothing. I got it 10.
Okay, let me see.
Suddenly, Gemini.
Well, Germany wouldn't be that bad, because they don't hate you.
Suddenly, Britain.
They don't hate us either.
Yeah, they do.
Well, they have a
They don't
quickly
like
growing dislike of you.
They
Right.
have no reason to attack us at this point in time.
That is true.
us. Yeah.
Okay, here we go, finally. And you, I believe that is bringing you far enough north to be temperate. So I'm going to call that temperate, friendly coastal, allied coastal region.
Sweet.
The city would probably be Chongqing. I'll put it in chat how that's spelled.
Sure.
So you might be better at pronouncing that.
Oh, that is an encounter.
Oh no.
That is a small battle fleet, but you do have spotters. Would you like to re-roll?
I would like to reroll.
Or do you want to know who it belongs to first?
I want to know. Actually, I want to know who it is. Because if it's
Yeah.
China, then we don't have an issue.
Yeah, if it's China, then you know who
Which
it is.
China?
Okay, 3. That actually might be China. Let me take a look. Page.
Well, I mean, we're trying to schmooze both Chinas. That's the thing.
Yes.
And they're trying to schmooze
But we
us.
haven't met the second China yet. They may just be like, no.
No, they know you're coming. They
Yeah.
accepted your diplomatic envoy.
Yeah, so they
Yes.
know.
Okay.
Okay, you said it was 3?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say that is actually forces of the Western Chinese warlords.
Where we're going.
So, yeah. So you do meet a small battle fleet, but it's effectively just there to escort you
Okay.
to the city.
I got you.
So, technically 3 is rebels, but just like, these guys are kind of rebels. Let's call it close enough.
Right, like,
It was one away from being a minor nation, which would I'm calling it rebels.
All right.
I'm calling the rebels Chinese.
Yeah.
So you get escorted into the city of Chongqing. And from there, you actually see that this city has a lot. It's of a similar size, you feel, population-wise. But it doesn't have a lot of the same splendor. You don't see any, like, palaces here.
Okay.
They're, like, shore batteries and, like, equal amounts of defenses. It seems equally well defended. There's air bases and, ships around. They actually, as they're escorting you in, they actually have to have you take a very specific route, because as you're sailing along on this weird, almost winding route, you see lots of mines in the water.
Okay.
So navigating through here without an escort would be very dangerous. But whenever you get in the city, it's like, it doesn't seem like it's run down or like it's burned down. It just seems like less wealthy. But there's still a lot of population. There's no splendor to it. It's just a large urban area with a lot of military facilities.
Okay.
And as you disembark your ships, there's a military procession coming towards you. And you see the other admiral you'll be meeting.
Oh, get it ready to...
Oh, here we go. 1 second. My computer's just being a little slow. Yes, and this is Zhou Guang. If my computer will cooperate, it will be.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Oh, he looked a little crazy. Oh, he has fangs. Oh, that's really cool.
I mean, they did... Calvin did say he was feral.
That is his personality type. You do know that.
Yeah, he looks like a freaking yandere.
Right?
No.
Like, he reminds me of that one image of the one pink-haired girl.
Yes.
He looks like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And for physical attributes from him, he's the opposite of Levi in a lot of ways. First of all, he's clearly male, of course.
Yeah.
He looks to be, you actually know from your reports that it's known that he is 28 years old.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
He's
close to
young
your
like
age.
us.
Yes.
Wait, how old is Levi?
You didn't ask.
Oh.
You don't have official reports on that.
It's rude to ask a lady her age.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. One other thing that's very different between the two of them is he's only 5'2".
Oh, he's small.
Oh, he is
Hey,
short walking
full
up
on.
here.
He's actually even a little short, even by the standards of where he is. A lot of his other military officers are taller than him.
I'm
Napoleon?
only-
Is that you?
I'm
No.
2 inches taller than him.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm 6 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he is not tall. And he has as you can see from his art as well, he has a very thin frame. He still looks like he has a lot of, a good amount of power in his body as an admiral, but you get the feeling that he's probably not any stronger than even you two.
Okay.
Like, obviously Daniel's stronger than he is, but
Yeah.
he's probably similar body-wise to you two,
Okay.
unless he's really good at hiding it.
Okay.
Wow,
everyone is having the opposite reaction. Like, everybody's having the opposite reaction. Yeah, he crazy. From Crimson, as a straight man, this does nothing for me, and he just screams red flag.
He looks a little bit like one of the. I'm thinking about this because I'm watching a video about it. But one of those Junji Ito like one-off protagonist.
Oh yeah,
characters.
yeah.
He look a little bit like that.
I love the art.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, the art is great. I'm just saying that's what his vibe reminds me of.
The art is clearly doing what it was intended to,
Yeah.
considering what I told the artist I wanted.
Yeah. And again, as a huge thank you to Malmora for
Yes.
doing
Yes.
almost all of the art for this so far.
And I also want to clarify, we always give a thank you to them, but they're not doing this for free.
Yeah,
They're not doing this for free.
No, we pay them.
We pay them. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
we pay
clarify. We pay them. And if you can pay them too.
Pay them.
Commission them.
Yes.
They do good art.
They deserve
See.
it.
And if you do, tell them you did because we sent you. It'll make them like us more, maybe.
Yes.
All right. And it's like someone just said, I audibly said ew,
Right.
and just Crimson just I don't like this.
I mean, you did say he was the opposite of Levi in
That's
a lot
true.
of ways.
That's true.
Same in
You know
the
what?
reaction.
Hold on. I'm gonna do a height comparison here.
Oh my god.
Okay, go ahead. But and for his weight, you'd probably guess he's about 115 pounds.
Oh wow. I weigh like 5 more pounds than him.
Mm-hmm.
I weigh like 15 more pounds.
So how tall is he? He's 5'2"?
5'2".
I'm taller than him.
All right. So as he. Oh God.
We need to assassinate this man.
It's funny that the one red guy in the chat hates the communists this
Right?
much.
Man.
Wow,
I'm
chat wants you to kill this man.
Right?
Get him.
He hasn't said a word yet.
I've literally only seen his picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, talk
Okay.
about judging a book by its cover.
But
So this
my
this
character
is-
does
this
not
is-
react in any particular. Just like, oh yes, this is the leader. I see. Oh,
Mhm.
he's a little short.
Yeah,
He's tiny.
you can clearly tell it's him because you know this about communists. There's one distinct thing that tells you immediately that he's the leader beyond anything else. He has the most medals.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. So, like, a couple of the other officers have, like, a couple medals, maybe even up to, like, 3 or 4. He has even more than his art implies.
Oh, wow.
It's not quite the meme, General Zhukov, his entire chest is like a breastplate of metal or anything, but he has at least
lot.
half a dozen.
Oh, wow.
And that
So,
has enough that if he's shot in just the right place, he'll be fine.
yeah, in point of fact, because a lot of them, while you do not see very much splendor from this place at all, a lot of the metals do look like they might be either an alloy of or coated in actual silver and gold.
Oh, wow.
It's
So-
where all the money for this town went.
Right.
All right.
Jeez.
Okay, so you approach him,
Very
and
serious.
Yes. We're so serious.
good to meet all of you.
Stop looking like that!
So good to meet all of you. I am glad that you have chosen to visit our glorious capital of Chongqing, the temporary capital of the People's Government of China.
Yes, of course. We're here to just see where we all stand and have a meeting with you.
Of course, please come right this way so that I can escort you into our Parliament Hall. I've had it cleared of our usual comrades so that we may have a meeting in the best and most secure and protected location possible in case there's another air raid today.
I feel like I'm about to go see King Theoden, except I'm gonna get in there and it's gonna be Grima Wormtongue on the throne and he's Grima.
Oh my gosh, everyone is just like kill, murder, death.
Fight
Wow.
him right now. Kill.
No, not
Here's
now.
me shovel.
Right-
yeah, nope,
right
this man
now.
does not inspire good things.
Right now, we must go into the maw of death and return unscathed.
Right now we have to go into a closed container with him.
That is apparently
Bomb-proof.
bomb-proof.
And no one can hear what happens inside.
Hey, at least we know at a glance that if all three of us jumped him, we'd be fine.
That is true. That is very true.
Well, if it makes you guys feel better, don't feel bad about siding with one or the other, because I'll say this for the audience as well. I had plans that no matter which one you sided with, even if you completely took over their nation, unless you straight up kill them in battle, they're gonna find a home somewhere else with someone who doesn't like you.
Yes.
Yeah.
His, I knew immediately. I wasn't sure where I would put Lee Bai if you sided against her, but I would figure something out.
You were confident in our weaknesses.
I
was pretty sure after how the chat reacted to Lee Bai last time. It's like, yeah, there's no way they're choosing.
Yeah,
You see, I
man.
was like
We're-
questioning if we could win a fight with Levi, like one-on-one.
Right.
Here, it's just like we
I could
could
beat him.
all curb stomp you
Right.
into the ground if we
Mhm.
wanted to.
All right.
All right. So you get led into it, and it is a fairly nice building. It actually is like after like the facade on the outside of it doesn't look that impressive. Once you get inside, the government building is actually quite luxurious on the inside, especially once you're past like the front facade and you're in the part where the actual politicians like would be working and doing their business. It's actually quite luxurious. You see like some mahogany wood desks and some like fine inks and really soft chairs. The chairs actually have like velvet linings, and it's like the inside of the building, once you get inside to where the politicians work, is very luxurious. Not quite as much as the palace, obviously, but it's like they clearly spend a lot of money in making sure that this room is very comfortable, and anyone who spends any amount of time here is going to be very comfortable and happy.
Katarina nods in approval.
Mhm.
Yes, this is befitting a leader.
And I hate to keep getting sidetracked, but the chat just won't stop being funny.
Right.
Crimson's, there was no chance we would like this man.
The
The
smell
smell
of
rich
rich
mahogany.
Okay, so as he gets in there, it's like, so, I certainly have assumptions, but do you mind telling me the exact purpose of your visit so far? As I do know that you also visited the rebel-held city of Nanking on your way here.
Oh, he's calling them the rebels? Oh, that's
Ooh.
funny.
Oh.
And then they're calling the... Oh, they think they're rebelling against each other.
That's how civil wars work.
Yeah.
Because the war, in this case, again, stands for we are right. And they both say that we are the genuine Chinese government. And they're at war because they both think they're right.
Okay.
And somebody's
China-
going to be wrong.
China does that a lot.
Yeah, it is unfortunate
So-
through history that China does have a history of doing it.
So let's see here.
What did we say to her?
I'm gonna say something similar to what we said to her
Mhm.
to him.
Because I do not remember legitimately.
We'll go back and watch what you said.
Just pull it up right now.
Right.
So we are here trying to determine where the world stands on this side of, well, the world, as there have been some rumblings lately back in our area. So we wanted to know who we can rely on in these times.
Ah, you're looking to perhaps build bonds of friendship with a nation with so much potential for power and greatness to inspire the will of the people, but maybe needing some help that a wonderful and wealthy nation like the Kingdom of Italy might be able to provide.
Yes, so what we're here to do today is to discuss everything that we are willing to put on the table to facilitate such a thing.
Ah, so this is more of a continuation of what you had recently accomplished in the Kingdom of Afghanistan, then?
Yes, we are not here to make any decisions, though. We are here to explore the options and will return with an answer later.
So it's a mutual explanation of understanding.
Precisely, as there is one very large matter that we have to discuss as part of this. Which, are we in a meeting room, or are we still
Yes.
walking?
No, you're in the big parliament
We're
room.
in the big
We're already
parliament
there.
room. Okay, just want to make sure.
We're in a secure area.
I didn't want to start talking too early.
Yes, and there are guards at each of the doors, but on the outside of them.
Okay.
So it's just you three and him.
Okay. Oh, so it's just the four of us discussing, while the other
Yes.
politicians discuss their things.
No, the politicians have been kicked out of this room. They're not
Oh.
holding a meeting today. It's the politician room, but today you have it.
Oh, okay.
Because they knew you were coming in.
Today we are politicking.
Mhm.
May I say what Mishmash has graced us with?
Yes.
Because we are the great China. We will never lose.
Is that a habitual line crosser reference?
I don't know, but I
think
love
it
how
is.
it's spelled.
All right, so continuing on with the politics, where we will
We are
never, we
are
will never
serious.
lose.
We are so serious.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, so
Mm-hmm. You had made reference to some sort of big matter you had to bring up.
that is the case that we intend to ally with Japan.
It's like a bit of a blink, blink. Ah, you're looking for a three-way alliance then.
That is correct.
I presume you understand then that between the People's Republic of China and the Empire of Japan there is quite a bit of bloodshed and bad blood as well.
We are aware, but we would prefer to unite the Eastern powers in order to put up a challenge towards the Western powers.
Ah.
And if everyone is so divisive over here, fighting each other in many different ways, then how are we ever to accomplish anything?
Have you already spoken to Japan about this then?
We have spoken, but we have not come to any decision. We're headed there next.
Fair enough. So, have you secured any concessions Japan is willing to make in their soon-to-be massive colonial empire they're trying to build?
Yeah, we did have some that they would be willing
He's
to
just
do.
asking, just like, you're not coming here to make me okay with Japan annexing the rest of China, right?
Did we have that written down somewhere?
Probably. I hope so.
Yeah.
I
Japan didn't give us a full list.
They just gave us some ideas.
Yeah.
But
of stuff.
what Japan did tell you is that they are willing to give up further territory in mainland China for this alliance.
One thing
But they are not willing to give up their holdings in northern China. Those are the two
Yeah.
most important things Japan said.
Okay, not give up what they have,
Mhm.
and then they also want another piece of whichever one we don't ally with.
And yes, if they either want half of the remaining one, or if that can't be secured, they want further territorial expansion elsewhere with Italy's help.
And don't they definitely want Indochina?
Yes,
They want
though
it.
each of the individual Chinas don't claim that as kind of core territory.
Yeah.
They would want it, but China has invaded that area tons of times in the past 1,000 years, and it's been unsuccessful way more times than not. So it's usually able to keep itself out of China's grasp.
Okay.
Kind of not worth it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is why, in the modern day, Vietnam is somewhat of a U.S. ally. You know, even though you think they'd be mad because of the war, it's like the thing is, U.S. did invade Vietnam, and they don't like that. But we invaded them one time. China, in the past 1,000 years, has invaded them like a dozen times.
Yeah.
So they're way more scared of China.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking that really what this is mostly going to be after we talk with him is mostly going to be like information gathering so we could know what he wants.
Mhm. Yes.
Because knowing what our enemy is like and what they want will help us.
Right.
After all, if you know the enemy and you know yourself, you'll never lose.
We
Thank
would
you,
never
Sun Tzu.
lose.
Mhm.
I really want to read that book, actually.
We have like 2 copies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, so yes, we have secured some concessions that can be decided depending on what would like.
All
After
right,
all,
then.
this is more like fitting pieces of a puzzle together.
Fair enough. Then I will let you know what would be my requirements as the party leader in this nation for an alliance with Japan. While it would be something that I personally find hard to swallow, I could sway my fellow comrades into going along with it if it means an end to the rebel control of the rest of China and possibly concessions elsewhere. Then it could be arranged, at the very least, a cessation of hostilities could be negotiated.
Okay, okay, I'm not liking his ideas already.
So, it's like, he'll start just like, at a minimum, all of southern China must be recognized as our territory, and we must be allowed and aided in retaking our rogue provinces. And from there, once we are in control of all of that territory, we would want official recognition of our government elected by the people as the free and true government of China.
Uh-huh.
Were you elected?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was the only person on the ballot.
Don't bother asking details that won't help.
Right. So already I'm already,
this guy.
yeah, because here's the thing. It's a non-aggressive pact that we're doing with Levi, but also it's more of an allyship than...
You're working towards, because she said she'd be willing to sign a full alliance with Japan.
Right.
He seemed a lot more hesitant to
Right.
do that. You think that maybe it's on the table, but he seems really hesitant to be in a full alliance with Japan.
And we need a full alliance.
Right, that's
what
we
Japan
need.
wants.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what you want.
That's
Right.
what we want.
That's what we
want-
need.
Oh, right. Japan didn't care about that. You guys
We
wanted
want
that.
We want to all hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
Yeah, that way we
That's
should...
what we need.
That's why
We'll
we
come
can
together and
kick
live in this
France's
world.
butt.
Yeah.
So,
We want a commune.
and I'll have him go ahead and list, so that's his bare minimum, is he needs all of China, and then from there, that his government must be recognized as the true and only Chinese government.
He's got a lot more minimum demands.
And actually, Levi's were basically the same.
Fair.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
minimum was basically the same.
Okay.
Her
gotcha.
minimum was all of Western China.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all that's
Yeah.
there.
Well, she already presumes that she's going to get that recognition.
Well, yeah.
He is more...
Demanding it.
He's more iffy about whether people would recognize his government.
He
So
wants
he's insecure.
respect.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she feels more like, of course people would recognize me as
Yeah.
the Empress. I am the Empress.
Maybe grow
least
if you
she's-
want respect.
Yeah. Maybe get taller.
Simply grow.
Okay, but, no
Like,
more...
at least
hate
she doesn't
short
pretend to be
people.
something
No.
she's
Say
not.
No.
as short people.
No more show jokes. We don't know how tall the chatters are.
I'm smaller than him. I can say what I want. I have my short card.
Oh wait, crap! I'm taller than him by an inch.
Yeah, you are.
Alright, so next it'll go into the things that he would like to have. So these are not deal breakers,
But
but
would
these are
like.
things he's going to try and push for.
Okay.
So, for other things that my fellow comrades would like, is we would like northern China, also referred to as Manchuria, returned to us. We would like a non-aggression pact with Japan with consequences for them built into it, as we do not feel they are trustworthy. We would like reparations from the Japanese as recompense for all of the pain and suffering they have caused our people, as their pain is my pain. Yes.
Is this just exactly the same as
No.
okay, cool.
It will deviate.
Okay,
but some
I
of the things are going to be the same.
Okay, I was just gonna ask, Calvin, you don't have to say every single thing over again if it's exactly the
Okay,
same.
so then I will iterate some of the things that are the same. He does want portions of Indochina and or Siam.
Okay.
He does want Taiwan.
Okay.
Now, we would also like a defensive pact against the British or the Japanese.
So it's not the Soviet
No.
or the British.
He does not feel threatened by the Soviet
Okay, well,
Union.
we can't do. We
Probably
already.
funded by the Soviet
We already.
Union.
Oh, I wonder. You say that you look around in red velvet chairs
Right.
with big red banners on the wall. There's hammers and sickles in the room that you were in. You're in the beating heart of communism right
Okay,
now.
I think that maybe they're communists.
Right, but here's the thing: we can't do that because it's a defensive pact against Japan.
He said or.
Well,
But
still.
he's more afraid of the British.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you also want to fight.
Yeah.
One day.
Not now.
I believe this is on her list as well, but he wants promises to return Hong Kong and or Macau. He wants commercial aid to help rebuild China. You get the feeling he may not have as much money, especially per capita, as the other China. So it'd be more important to him to get, financial aid.
Yes, Mitch, the walls do sing the Soviet national anthem.
Yeah, they basically are. Okay, and the last of his wants, and lastly, as you are already a European power, we would like help in making an alliance with another European power, and we feel like it could be a three-way alliance that helps all three of us. As we also have contacts in the Soviet Union, but they were not willing to make an alliance with us while our nation was in a civil war. So, if you could help put an end to this civil war, we would be willing to help arrange a three-way alliance between ourselves, the Soviets, and the Kingdom of Italy, in case German aggression ramps up again, or the British decide to further expand their colonial holdings.
I don't know how I feel about Big Mommy Russia
Right.
being in charge of us.
They are definitely a stronger power than you.
Yeah.
And Japan, the Soviet Union, the Soviets are probably a bit stronger than Japan, so in some ways that might be a better alliance. But also, Italy would have problems allying with the Soviets as they are very anti-religious.
Yeah.
But also, they have problems allying with Japan because Japan is super evil.
Yeah.
But in a lot of different ways, especially in being mean to Sirens ways that Italy doesn't like. So, allying with either of them is a bit of a stretch for people. So, it'd be about as difficult to make an ally with the Soviets as it would be to make an ally with Japan, considering your people.
Right, but we've already kind of
We've done all the
made
work for
effort
Japan.
for
Okay.
Japan.
Oh, here's something.
Yeah.
So like right now we're trying to align with like Japan and China and all these,
Yeah.
and like we're like the cool Italian Western power, right?
Yeah.
If we bring in Russia, we're not the cool Western power anymore.
That's true.
We're not the ones in charge anymore.
We're not the
It'd be
cool,
Russia,
right?
And we
Soviet Russia.
entered into an allyship on more equal footing with Japan.
Mhm.
Right.
It does feel
Versus-
very equal.
Versus with Russia, we basically going, Big Mommy Russia, please help us, please.
Right, and I don't want to.
And I don't want to do that.
We already have a mommy in Dragon Mommy. We don't need two moms.
And there, she would owe us,
right.
not the other way around.
So, with that,
like
then...
all the different ways that they're telling us to kill him.
Right.
Just like poison him. Call in the air raids. We can't call in the air raids. We're in a bunker, basically.
Right.
Get the anti-tank
That's the
weapons
point.
out.
Yes. All right. So, now the list of concessions. We would be willing to give if reparations are not on the table from Japan, we would be willing to officially and permanently renounce reparations from the Japanese.
So it's not required for the reparations.
So
No.
she's willing to renounce them. Levi wants them, but he's gonna renounce them. That's kind of nice.
It's one of the concessions he's willing to make.
It's also a concession of Levi.
Yeah. See, renouncement of reparations.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought she wanted them a lot.
Mm-mm.
We would be willing. To concede, in buying licenses and technology from Italy and/or Japan,
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
and we would be willing to concede the alliance with Italy and/or the Soviet Union if that is not applicable to you at this time.
Mm-hmm.
That is the list of his concessions.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm liking Levi's concessions a lot more.
Right, because she's gonna
Christian missionaries.
she's gonna let us send people over.
Yeah, he didn't bring. Maybe he'd be willing to concede that. Maybe just didn't. Maybe just slipped his mind,
yeah.
but probably not.
Probably
Communist,
not.
no.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, he also didn't say that he's willing to join an alliance with Japan.
No, you get the feeling that it might be possible, but it'd be a stretch. It's not something that he considers feasible at this time.
He also didn't mention the forfeited Japanese holdings, the recognition of all of them.
No, he does not seem like he's willing to recognize, because one of the things his very first want that he said is he wants northern China back. Yeah. And that's a red line for Japan. Yeah. So he is not willing to, so basically Manchuria and Taiwan, even though they'd be under Japanese control, he would never officially recognize them as Japanese territories. Okay. He would still want to eventually get them back, as he would always consider them Chinese.
Okay, so yeah, even I wanted to give him a chance, right?
And I made both of these before you met either of them.
Right?
Yeah.
I wanted to give him a fighting chance.
Everybody gets a fair chance, but so far his chances been wasted.
Right? And plus, imagine
on top
him being
of being
a cool
the
villain.
slimiest Mother Hubbard we've met so far.
Right? He'd be an awesome villain.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's going to be if you side with Levi.
Right? I think
he looks like he's going to rip out someone's throat.
Right?
Oh, yeah, by the way, one thing I do want you guys to notice, since it's not immediately clear in the art, but you will see it once I say it, as you look at him, he doesn't have nails on his hands.
Those are claws.
Those are claws.
Yeah, I figured.
And his eyes, you look at them, actually, you get the feeling that they're just a little bit cat-like.
Is he a tiger? Is he a tiger?
Yep. His zodiac heritage is that of a tiger.
He's nice.
This isn't the cat boy we wanted.
Right?
Little kitten man.
He does not have a tail or ears.
If you wanted us to like him, Calvin, you should have made him a proper cat boy.
I didn't know how to make him still look super intimidating. And I thought the cat ears might be a little bit much.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. And I didn't want there to be like a random tiger tail poking up in the back of the picture, because these are just supposed to be portraits.
I got you.
Because if I wanted full body shots, it'd be a lot more expensive.
Yeah,
I'm just going to give him cat ears in my brain.
Right.
Just imagine him with those. Put him in a Catboy cafe.
All right. So is there anything else?
Right.
Is there anything else you want to ask him or tell him or anything else like that?
I've been talking a lot. How about you guys?
I mean, I don't like him. I don't like him.
I'm just the tall, buff guy that towers over him.
Right. I don't like him. I don't like him.
I'll be honest, I've been doing some interviews at work to hire someone, and like some of these people, I'm just like, yeah, just don't like them.
I just don't like them.
They're fine. I just don't like them.
What he wants for his country is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It doesn't align what we want.
Right.
He does put up, at least it seems, as far as you can tell, that he does seem to be working for the reunification and betterment of the people.
Right.
Like, with him, you get a lot more feeling that he is a for the people kind of guy. You don't know how corrupt he is. Probably at least some, because he's communist. But you do get the feeling that he does at least have in his mind the facade or the desire to help the people. Levi, it was very much more of a me.
Right.
That she wants this for me. I am Empress. The people serve me.
Maybe even in some twisted way, he would believe that he's doing what's best for the people.
Right. I know what. I think he does believe that he's doing what's best for his people. Whereas, again, like Calvin said, Levi is a much more selfish, but also...
She actively doesn't care.
We can change her.
I can change her.
So
I don't know if we can change him.
I'm thinking we should sleep on it, and by sleep on it, I mean go pretend to go sleep on it and investigate whatever atrocities.
Right, we're gonna do the same thing.
Oh, sure.
Levi.
You didn't even investigate her place before you left. You investigated in Siam.
Oh yeah,
Siam.
We investigated Siam.
Yeah, we felt like we saw what we needed to see for her.
Yeah,
she was very much. This is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably doing horrible things behind closed doors.
She gave a presentation, and you bought it.
Yeah,
we have plausible deniability if we find out that they were doing horrible stuff later.
Exactly. But we want to know if he's doing horrible stuff to justify our decision.
Because he's laying it on thick about loving his countrymen.
Okay,
I love
anything
being
you want
a
to ask him directly?
Not really. He kind of explained everything. So,
if there's anything I want to know about him.
Because after this, after the meeting, you'll retire to either accommodations that they have set up for you, or back to your ships, or leave. Any of those three.
Yeah, because I feel like this is a really good opportunity for us to learn more about him and the way he thinks.
I'm trying
Yeah, you could try. If you wanted to, you would take up your free time slot for this week, as you did sail,
But
so
we
you only
could
get one.
spend time with him.
You could, even each of you, if you want to, try and roll a wit check to try and learn more about him at the cost of your free time and allow that.
Okay, so we'll
You know
hash out some details in this political meeting, some
Right.
other miscellaneous things. We'll explain a little bit of what we're going for,
Mhm.
but just like like our
The
goal
basics,
is to take down
yeah.
France
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
ultimately Britain.
Can
Yeah.
we?
I
And
think I want
he's-
to do what
He's kind of neutral about France, just like can give or take. He doesn't really care about. The only thing he doesn't like about France is he does not like them holding Indochina. That's something that's like he is mad with them about that, but just is kind of indifferent to them at that point. Britain, he actively does not like. He is very down for bringing down Britain. Honestly, from talking to him, you get the feeling that he talks about Britain the way that somebody might talk about the absolute embodiment of evil and everything that's wrong with the world.
That's fair.
He hates them more than you do.
Okay. Also, can we get his sheets?
Oh, yes. Thank
With
you for
all of
reminding me.
the stuff he wants.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Just so we can compare it later
Mm-hmm.
and then decide, no, we don't want him.
And also,
But
so
we
we
have
can learn
to at
about
least
him.
pretend to consider.
Right, and so we can learn about him as well.
So
Yes.
do y'all want to use up free
I
time?
think we should
And
use up a
would
free
check.
time slot because I'm more curious about him than I was Lee Bai, not because of what you think it is.
Mhm.
But
So-
because she was just so open with everything.
Mhm.
She's very open about the fact about if someone told me that she had gulags, I'd believe it. But with
Right.
him, it's just like I don't believe you that you feel better. You want to make your fellow man feel better. I don't believe that. I need proof.
Okay, Joao Guan.
Okay, and it should, next time you open it, it should update with all the list of his demands, wants, and concessions.
Okay.
You know, it's like meeting someone who's too nice, who like says nice things, but in a way where it's just like you
You're
didn't
lying.
need to say that. It feels very calculated that you said that then, you know?
Mhm.
So I'll go ahead and roll my...
All right. So, and before you roll, I want each of you to tell me how you're going to try and learn more about him. Because that'll influence, like, what you're looking for and, like, what you're trying to learn and how you're going about it. Because I have a lot of different things that you can potentially learn about him. He has, obviously, 3 likes, 3 dislikes, a hobby. I gave him a quirk, and he does have a backstory.
Okay.
Let's see how much we can learn about him while we're here, so that way we can
Yeah.
use his likes, dislikes, and hobbies against him.
Yeah.
Right.
We
I'm
want
trying
to commit
think.
psychological. We're gonna, since we can't kill him directly, we'll kill him in our minds with psychological warfare.
Okay.
Blows up Zhao with mine.
So what I'll do in order is, this was your idea, so Laurel, have you go first, then it'll be you, and then it'll be you. I want
Sure.
you to go last because you have the highest chance of
I do.
succeeding a wit check.
Yeah.
So I want you to go last so that by the time you can get whatever the most important thing is left.
Yeah.
So, Laurel, you start first. What are you trying to learn about him, and how are you going about it? This can be as part of the meeting. This can be later. Or you could be talking to other people trying to learn about him. Like, any which way you want to do, feel free to get clever.
I want to ask him to take me on an official tour of his city and the things that they've done to improve the place since he's taken over.
And then you'll have plenty of time to talk to him while he does that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And then, and then I want to know... What do we want to know?
And I could also, if you want to try and learn his backstory, kind of get his life story, I can give that to you as well.
I would like that. Yeah, actually, I want his life story. You guys work on all the other
Okay,
little
cool.
bits and pieces. I'm gonna see if I can get his.
I will say,
Mhm.
since I have the highest chance of making it, do we want to save that part? Because that seems like that's
Well, you can do them
important.
in order. So, like, if she fails, then he fails, then you can do.
I
That's why
can
I'm
do
letting
it.
you go
Okay.
last.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah. I'll do that then. And I have a talent for reading people, so hopefully that can help. I don't think he would take kindly to my psychic powers.
no, he would not.
Okay, so.
He would call you out under bullcrap.
If he passed the check.
Okay, so I believe I get to add my charm to my wit check.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, other things you could try and learn if you want to is you could try and discern any of his stats as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
body, charm, wit, anything like that.
I got a 20. If that's not enough to know his backstory, then I'd be happy with a like or dislike.
Oh, it's just a standard DC 16, so, because he's hard, same as any other Admiral. Because all of them I just made hard, and just some of them that don't like you I just gave negative RP.
No one make the joke.
Okay, so, with that 20, you will learn his backstory.
You made the
then.
joke by
Yes,
saying
tell
that.
tell it in his character voice.
Yes, that's what I was about to do. Well, you see, I was born in 1902, and while I was not born into the Civil War, it erupted when I was a very small child, a young boy, and the village I grew up in was destroyed in the conflict, completely. I don't remember its name. There are no maps left with that town on it. I grew up in what was designated as a rebel camp. And due to my small frame, and honestly, it was very tough upbringing. There wasn't enough food to go around for anyone, especially those who could not contribute, like a small child. I had to fight and scrounge for anything I could find, though I personally am grateful for the unnecessarily harsh conditions I grew up in, as that was what awakened the siren blood in me. I didn't have any feature. I was just a regular boy, as far as anyone could tell when I was born. I was out in a rural enough community. There were no government mandated tests or anything out that far. But in all of those harsh conditions, it just awakened whatever it is that makes us this way inside me. I don't know how it is for other admirals, but I very much had a change as a child. And as I grew up, my heritage shone through more and more, and even though I never really grew particularly large, I was still so much more powerful than all of the humans around me. It put me in a place of honor among them. They sent me on the most dangerous missions, and I always came back, even if no one else did.
I wonder why no one else came back.
Eventually, it came to a point that I achieved a rank, and in the group that I was in, people achieved higher ranks when those above us could no longer fulfill their duties. I survived long enough to become the head of the party, as chosen by my peers, who I had mentored, as most of them were fresher to the experience than I was since I had grown up in it. I think the first time I held a rifle was when I was 10 years old. The kick of that knocked me right on my ass. Just glad I didn't hit anyone when my finger held down the button, since it was a machine gun.
That's so funny.
Well, a submachine gun as I was a child.
You're so funny.
That's so horrible.
Eventually, I became the leader of our group, and then our group, through the will of the people and conquest, became the only group remaining in Western China. All the others either got under our banner, so to speak, or were crushed by the people's might. All except for that fake empress down in the south and her luxurious palace built on the backs of slaves.
How does Italy feel about slavery?
No,
Not like slavery.
Okay. We can change her.
Yes.
We can outlaw slavery. It's
Yes.
fine.
So slavery is of the major powers. It's kind of a because some of them have slavery to some degree, some of them don't. I believe that was something I noted down in each of the nation's things, but I believe Italy is an anti-slave state.
Yeah, also, everyone is just, I want to bomb this man, send him to the firing line, I want to bash his head in.
My favorite just crimson's, this is getting uncomfortable.
Right.
What are you talking about? Ha ha ha! This is Katarina to herself.
So, yeah, that is what you learn of his backstory. That he was literally born into this and he has grown up knowing nothing but conflict. And also, you're kind of able to tell that his, short-statured small frame comes from severe malnourishment in his developing years.
That's unfortunate.
So,
Well then.
Katarina does feel a little bit of a tug on her heartstrings,
Mhm.
just a little bit. It's like, because she grew up in a very privileged house, so she's just like, oh my
And he can tell, and he's doing his best not to hold it against you.
god. He's using it against me, but
Yes.
Katarina is smart enough, or at least knows enough that she knows this is also a manipulation tactic,
Mhm.
but it is tugging at her heartstrings just a little bit.
Right?
It's manipulation, but it's working.
Mhm. Just a little bit. Laurel does not feel this way, but Katarina's just like, oh.
Alright, Red.
It's your
What
turn.
do you want to learn from him and how do you want to go about it?
I want to learn dislikes.
Mm-hmm.
Having lunch.
Alright, so, you want to have lunch with him specifically?
Just him?
Let's all have lunch together with him.
No. I just need to know if you want to have lunch with him. I don't care who else is with you.
Yeah, I'll have lunch with him.
That
Gotcha.
makes me nervous.
Yes. You're gonna get.
I know it's gonna happen.
You're gonna get a quirk for free.
Yeah.
But go ahead and roll your wit to
I
see
think
if you
I
get
already-
his dislike.
What's
I
happening?
think I already know it.
You're gonna be too distracted
I know what's
by what's
happening.
happening. Do you make any requests for your meal?
Some of the local cuisine.
Some of the local cuisine.
I know what's happening. I know.
Okay.
I know what's coming. I
So-
know.
I don't know
So the
what's
dish
coming. I'm
that
scared.
you three get is basically like rice, vegetables, and a bit of fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's decently well prepared, but it's just nothing extravagant compared to what you got in the South.
That's nothing special.
That's tasty though.
Yeah, it's tasty, but it's nothing special. But it is seasoned. It's well cooked. It's good food.
It's probably what everyone eats.
Yes.
Right.
His is different and not in a good way. His does
I
not
know
have
what it
fish in it. It has some other kind of dark meat.
Yep. And yep.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What?
It has some other kind of dark meat.
Ask. It's your turn.
What?
I know it's. I know
What
what's going
have
on.
you gotten to eat?
Oh, don't worry about this. We just wanted to serve you fish as you're our lovely guests, but we do have very limited food options here in the Western Chinese warlords due to the fact that the Soviets can't really spare anything. No one in Europe really cares to send us aid, and both the Japanese and the fake Empress do love to steal our food imports, and as there are tens of millions of people in this country and only so much arable land that isn't on fire, we have a food deficit.
Okay.
And as I am not a hypocrite and I am not going to eat caviar while my people starve, I eat what I can get. I believe today...
I know what it is.
I believe this is a rat.
Oh no.
A couple rats, probably, considering the amount of meat in this, as I do need to keep up my strength to continue leading the people. But I eat what I can. His quirk. We'll eat anything edible without complaint, especially meat from unusual sources.
Tasty.
It's funny, you wouldn't think rat has any semblance of flavor compared to poultry, but does taste a lot like seagull.
It tastes like seagull.
That's a very interesting comparison.
Mm-hmm. The weird aftertaste is very similar.
Probably the taste of garbage. That's probably what that is. Again, Katarina's just like, no! Why are the people having to do this? Why isn't there
I'm not
plenty
sure I
of
want
food?
to eat my food anymore.
That's why you're too
You don't see any
distracted to
worms in
learn
it.
anything.
Don't see any worms in it.
I don't like this anymore.
Thank you very much for sparing no expense for us.
Mitch Match is on the one end. Yeah, definitely feral. Crimson. Yeah, this has to go.
Ow!
Okay.
Thank you so much for sparing no expense for us. We really appreciate it. So, I'm glad to see that you are finding the bright side and what should I say? A difficult situation.
Well, it's that or give up and die.
Uh-huh.
And I will not be a hypocrite. I am thankful. Most of my fellow comrades don't even get meat at all. They're lucky to even have their share of rice. So I am grateful that they allow me to have this protein. So I partake in it with joy.
I don't like him. Oh my god.
You have not seen any stray animals in the city. Not a single one.
Yeah, no, listen, I know.
Not even a rat.
I know a lot about.
I've seen a rat.
It's the only rat you've seen.
I know a lot about that kind of stuff that goes down in China.
And I'm not making any stereotypes. And it's not just that, it's anything.
Right.
He will eat anything that he physically can, and as an admiral, that's more than a usual human.
Yeah.
You get a feeling that if food goes bad, he's the one who disposes of it.
He's seen too many episodes of Dungeon Meshi.
I've seen too much Bear Grylls. Alright,
Yeah, I had an idea for what I was gonna do,
mm-hmm.
and then you mentioned the food stuff, and
Uh-huh.
it's completely gone.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead
Out
and
of my brain.
put his quirk up as you have officially
Right.
learned it.
Do you guys have any ideas of what I could do?
You don't know his dislikes, or hobbies.
Let's
Yeah.
roll a dislike so we can piss him off.
I might. Or his hobby. His hobby would be good as well.
Yeah, your choice.
Specifically cannot get access to it.
It's up to you.
I know, but I'm just trying to think of how.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do with him.
Take him into the dark woods alone.
No!
Kill him.
No! Listen, considering that he's Tiger, I'm kind of questioning his strength now. So...
You also could try and learn any of his stats, his body, wit, or charm. Or body, charm, or wit. You want to get an idea of like how intelligent he is, how charming he might be in leading his people, or just how physically strong he is if you care.
He's not charming any of us.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do with him.
Let's see here. What are some ideas? Give us some ideas, Calvin.
So, you could kind of ask him directly. He does seem like he's being pretty open.
Yeah.
You could try and talk to some of the other, like, officers around as you see them. Just, like, ask them about him. And that'll lean more towards the public perception of him. You won't get his private thoughts,
That
but you
is
get
true.
like, how he presents himself publicly. If he has a hobby he engages in all the time, you could definitely get that from people. Or you could kind of talk to people and, like, about like different battles he's fought in and stuff. That could give you like an example of how witty he is or how charming he is.
I would like to know the public perception.
I would like to know the public perception of him
Okay,
as well.
so you'll get that in addition to whatever you're specifically looking for.
Do we want to know his...
You can do likes,
Any-
dislikes, hobbies, or stats.
Right, do we want to do some of his stats to kind of see what we're going up against?
I kind of want to know what his dislikes are so we can make him mad.
Dislike? Okay, we're going to go with the dislike.
Alright, roll your wits.
Okay, give me
Gotta
one
be a
second.
DC 16 to learn a dislike. And I'll give you the one that'd be the most, like, public.
18?
Oh, hey.
Okay, I'm just gonna tie this in with what you learned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He has a specific dislike of pets. He sees them as wasteful
Yep.
and unnecessary,
Yep.
and basically it's just like, he sees them as an unnecessary waste of money.
Yep.
It's just like, why would you pay to feed an animal that does nothing? It's like, if you want to keep an animal, keep livestock, because that's
Yeah.
what we need.
Yeah.
If you want to keep a dog, train it to do something essential.
Have it do a job.
Yeah, basically he feels like if animals are going to be living with people, they need to work the same as people do. They shouldn't... He sees, like, leisure animals, like you just have, like, an American pet dog or something. If you're not using it for home defense, he sees that as just, like, an unnecessary luxury.
Right.
You're wasting money. It's like a capitalist thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's an unnecessary luxury.
Yeah.
It's good for my
So he
mental
just
health.
likes pets.
He doesn't care about your mental health. Go
It's,
get a gun.
it's 1930s. The mental health hasn't been invented yet.
So I'm gonna say Galileo is personally offended by this because he has a cat.
Yep. That's actually going to play into something that's going to happen later.
No!
Your kitty.
Dulce is on the ship! Dulce doesn't leave the ship!
Oh, I didn't know the cat lived on the ship. Okay, that's gonna be dangerous later. That doesn't affect what I was gonna do, but
Well,
nothing's gonna happen to your cat.
She's basically a ship cat.
Okay, nothing's gonna happen
She
to your
catches
cat.
rats.
Yeah, she catches the rats on the ship.
Assuming he doesn't.
Oh,
Okay, but no, jokes aside, don't worry, nothing bad is going to happen to your cat unless your ship explodes. But I was just saying that the fact that you have a cat is going to play into something later. Not here.
Okay.
He's not going to eat your cat, don't worry.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
She would fight back.
I love Crimson's like, his charm is 0.
Right?
0 Riz.
No Riz for my man Zal.
Now he
Right?
really has to go.
Yeah.
After
Okay.
hearing the pet thing.
Yeah, I have a cat. Her name's Dulce.
Okay, is there anything else you guys want to do in Western China?
I'm good.
Oh, we're good.
Want to get out of here?
I wanna
Yes,
leave.
I want to leave now.
Okay, so you leave. You get a send off, and that will end that week.
Why did you name her after a food?
Because this was before. This is when I made Galileo.
Did you not know
Okay.
that Dose was a food?
No, I did.
Okay.
That's why I named her after it.
Okay, so now it is the 6th of August. All of you get paid.
Okay, guys, that was like really messed up, right?
Yeah.
Katarina says to you guys on our debriefing after.
Yeah.
As your ship is sinking away.
Right?
I don't like that man.
He's unnerving, right? It's not just me. I mean,
No, right?
I feel bad for him. He told me a lot of things that were really, really sad. But
No
like,
sympathy.
also, he's weird. He's really weird.
Weird rat man that eats rats
And other things.
and other things.
He screams and says, leave and go to mommy.
Right? Mommy, help!
Put a cannon shell into his skull.
Oh, so we got paid.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
each of you take your salary.
I just wanted to, like, that was weird, right? That wasn't just me who thought he was weird.
He's definitely a bit not good.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't being judgmental, because I would never be judgmental under the sight of God.
Okay.
He is the only one who can judge, but I'm glad that you guys think he's weird too.
I think judgment is necessary in this case. I feel like God would forgive us.
That's where Katarina's non-confrontational part comes from. She's just like, I don't know what to do here.
I'm going to
Weird.
judge. I'll just go to confession later.
All right. So, I presume all of you are going to, on your next week, take the fleet to Japan?
Yeah,
Yes.
We're going to Japan.
Let's go to some place a little bit more reasonable.
Right.
And you have been directed that whenever you head to Japan, they want you to sail straight into Tokyo Harbor.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And it will take you a week to get there. Screams and Sib is asking that I put away his picture, so I will. Okay. Okay. Are you guys ready for some fan service?
All right, I'll see
No,
you.
we're going to mommy.
Oh.
You guys ready for some fan service? You want some fan service?
Yeah.
Here you go. Here you go, chat. Is this better? Is this soothing for chat?
It hasn't. Hold on.
Yeah, just go make sure it updates.
There
Uh-oh.
we go.
Oh, where is it?
Uh-oh.
It's popped up there. There we go.
There.
Yay.
Do you feel better, chat? Is this better?
It's the mommy.
Yippee!
Yay.
It's much better.
We just wanna say, Malmora, it was a fantastic piece of art.
Yeah.
It's exactly what we needed. Thank you.
We hate
Yes.
him, though.
He
Not
is
the
a
art.
slimy
He's the
piece of
villain.
crap.
He's exactly what we want.
Perfect villain art.
You can't buy me. You already pay us.
All right, I'm gonna switch back to chatting since we're not looking
Yeah.
at art
Yeah,
anymore.
so we just got a little mommy taste.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you, Screams and Sim. I love the art, but him? That is perfectly sums it up.
Right,
Thank you.
right.
Okay, so you are going to be sailing for a week. It is going to be in friendly waters, though. There's a very small stretch where it isn't owned by somebody. So it's going to be friendly coastal waters. Again, the D4 doesn't matter. You're going to dock again immediately. So, Red, roll me a D100.
Okay, boop. 3.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
Oh my god!
That even in friendly coastal waters, that is an encounter.
Uh-oh.
Um, Allied coastal region.
Oh my god!
Uh-oh, Skadeos.
Wasn't that what you rolled?
I rolled 10.
You rolled 10?
I don't think you can avoid the. No.
Uh-oh.
Let me check. You might not be.
Uh-oh,
You might want to ready your.
Do we have any pearls?
I've got so many
we
pearls.
might want this
Okay.
though. It might be like a big old merchant convoy.
What is it?
We want money.
I want to
okay.
punch a French person.
We
in the
are
face.
out of money. We could use some.
Yeah,
So
I
you-
wonder why.
So you can avoid this with spotters, but it comes at a cost.
Okay.
And this isn't immediately dangerous. You're just gonna have to make a check.
What is?
As soon as you leave, you inadvertently sail into a typhoon.
Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
Oh my god!
Yeah, a typhoon spawns. Now, in the real world, these take weeks, if not longer, to gradually build up and come ashore. In Song of Sirens, the world sucks, and they don't always do that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Mitch Mash, we are. We are screwed.
My god,
Oh.
I'm just imagining it's like we're going out. It's all like sunny and stuff, and then suddenly it just spawns fully formed.
What actually happened is, like, you left in the afternoon, the sky was clear, and then at night it started raining, and then in the next morning,
Typhoon.
you realize you're going into a typhoon.
Oh my
So,
god.
you do have options.
Okay, what are our options? I bet
Okay.
they're not good.
You have 3 options, none of which are great. Option number 1, you can use a pearl. A typhoon is only a 1% encounter. You're very unlikely to roll it again.
Oh my
Also, there's
God.
only 2 encounters that are worse, so you're very likely to roll something better. I think the odds of smooth sailing in friendly coastal region is like 80%.
I rolled a 1% chance, and it wasn't blowing somebody. It wasn't a citadel detonation.
So you can use pearl to re-roll it. Or you can use your spotters to avoid this typhoon, but in order to avoid it, you'll have to go so far out of your way that it will delay your arrival to Tokyo by 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, it'll take us 3 weeks
God,
to get
what's
there.
Yeah, it'll take it from 1 week to 3
To
weeks.
a month, basically.
Yeah, take you basically a month if you want to sail
Oh
around
my
this typhoon. Because you're going to have to,
God.
like, basically turn around, go the opposite way, far enough to get away from it, then go south, and then go up around it and hook around. Like, so instead of doing this, you're doing this.
I'm guessing the final option is just plowing straight.
You can choose
We're
to
not
just
doing
plow
this.
through.
We're doing this.
Yeah, basically. So you can. It would cost you 2 weeks, but you don't have to use a pearl. Or you can try and just plow through the typhoon. Now, these are modern warships. This isn't like a Roman fleet that's with all of them are going to get sunk.
No, we'll be okay. We are not made of wood.
You're not made of
We're
wood.
made of metal.
So these ships can theoretically sail through a typhoon. It has been done. But also, people who have tried have had ships be sunk or heavily damaged. So it's bad enough that it's not like it's a guarantee of death, like if you're in a rowboat, because these are large modern ships. But there is the chance of ships taking damage or being outright destroyed. If you want, I can give you the exact details of what you'd need to roll to sail through it safely.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to know what we need.
Okay, because it will almost certainly be a wit check.
Yeah, that's
No.
me.
This is your job.
Right?
Though also, if you roll the wit check and you fail, you might have to use a pearl anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a deadly typhoon.
Dead, great.
I'm inclined to agree with Crimson. Yeah, this is a pearl.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
so
know. Maybe we want to be punished.
No. Not here.
Maybe by mommy, not by Mother Earth.
Mommy
The
girl.
original.
No, I don't want.
oh, okay. So if you choose to, so basically you can choose to sail just all the way around it,
Uh-huh.
and it'll cost you 2 weeks, but there's no check involved. Or you could try and basically just avoid the worst of it.
Okay.
So like, you're going through rain, and it'll be rough and it'll be bad, but you can avoid the worst of it with a
Okay.
DC 10 without losing any time.
Okay.
If your DC 10 check fails, then you inadvertently are sailing through the absolute heart of it.
Mhm.
You got to make another wit check there, but this time the DC is 20.
Okay.
And if you
Oh,
fail
God.
that, every ship in the fleet will lose 50 hit points from every sector.
Including the little ones?
Yes.
We only have little ships. That is
Okay.
like most of our fleet.
Depending on how much HP that have, that might straight up sink a light cruiser, and it definitely kills the
But the
destroyer.
first one is a DC 10.
The first one is the DC 10, just to avoid the worst of it, and then you don't lose any time.
We don't lose
Oh, we
time.
don't have any. Oh, right. We don't have destroyers.
No, your
No,
first
We
one
just
is under
have-
construction.
We just have like cruisers.
Okay, so I think I'm not gonna say I can make a DC 10, but
Chances are good.
yeah, the odds are in my favor.
Did you have a +6?
I do. I have a +6.
So if you roll
I think we
5
should
or
try
above.
we'll make a slight detour, the 2-week one, and roll the.
No,
no,
it's no detour. DC 10.
Oh, okay.
But if I fail the DC 10, I have to make a DC 20.
I see.
So you can just choose to pearl the DC 10 check before rolling the DC
Right.
20.
That's true. I think we do that one.
I think we do cutting through the storm,
Mhm.
avoiding the worst of it.
Yes,
I
because
think
you're admirals, you're skilled, you know how to do that.
Right, I know how to go in a storm.
Yes, you do. You have been trained for this.
Right, it's like my
Because, like-
one thing.
Pearls are so precious. I need them.
Right,
I
and I don't
want
want to spend a whole month on sea
Yep.
to get to Japan
Neither
when
do I.
Japan is a week away.
Yeah. So, in that case, roll your wit check to avoid the worst of the storm.
I can't look at
Do
it.
it. Do 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 it.
Oh! Okay, I want all three of you to roll me a body check.
Tell us Galileo's reaction.
Oh my
I gotta
god.
remember what my body is.
So you do pass, so you're gonna make it to Japan
Oh
at the end of this week.
gosh.
Okay.
My body is a 2. Okay.
5.
Good.
No, 12.
Okay, you're gonna be fine. That meets
I
the
need a
DC I had in
full
mind.
Should I
Oh
get a
my
concussion?
Gosh.
Alright, my body is
6. You
6.
passed it.
No, I believe it's 5.
Oh, 5. Never mind. My bad.
7.
Also, on each of your character sheets, I have it set up where you can roll those.
Oh, I
Uh,
like doing it my way.
I got an 11.
So, basically, you are so laser focused on guiding your fleet, especially these, like, the big capital ships are mostly
Right,
fine.
that's the bidding ones.
Yeah, and even, like, the merchant ship is mostly fine, but your smaller light cruisers, and to some degree the merchant ship, it's kind of, you're really having to, like, guide them through literally every wave. And that body check for you specifically is,
Can I stay on the deck?
you have to stay awake for 3 days straight.
God.
You have to guide them through every step of the way, because you know that if you don't do it, the chances are lower for success if
Yeah.
anybody else does it. So, like, you are just, like, your eyes are bloodshot red, just, like, staring straight ahead. The radio or whatever is basically just glued into your hands, like your fingers glued to the button.
Right.
You're just giving constant orders to the fleet.
Telling
Like-
them where to go.
Exactly how to, like, crest each wave. It's just like, okay, there's a big wave coming, get in behind the battleship, and, you know, just, like, doing this, blah, 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 blah. Like, you were just focused because, like, it was, like, a couple days of regular sailing, and then it's just focus. 3 days straight, you don't even get any sleep. You get to sleep the last day before
Yeah.
you come into Japan.
Wow.
For you, what you were mostly doing is while he was going through, like, the wit part of it, what you were doing is just trying to stay awake and keep up, like, a strong attitude as who's the person who's technically leading this fleet, to make sure that none of the sailors lose heart. It's just a body check of making sure that you can stay in a fit enough shape that you'll be able to help guide them all through it.
Did I
So,
pass?
yes, I'm going to
Alright.
call that close enough. So you do get a little exhausted by the end of it. You get kind of thrown around a couple times, but nothing bad happens. You actually learned something.
Oh.
You were told that admirals can't get seasick because they're related to sea spirits. Maybe you're just special. You are miserable.
Oh my god.
Like, because you were in one of the smaller ships, so your ship was basically constantly going.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's like
Like
you're
a
on one
roller
of those
coaster.
bowls or a roller coaster or something. You are miserable.
Oh my
It's like instead
God.
of you taking care of your sailors, they're taking care of you. Like they've never seen a person look that green before. You're having a bad time.
I'm fine, really.
You do not eat for 3 days.
Oh god.
You're greener than what's her name? Your mantis girl.
Oh.
No, she's
not
pink.
green. She's
Got green on her.
Yeah, she has some green.
All right, so after that,
Lorelei.
the last day, the storm, you finally pass through it, and you come out on the other side, and then you each get some good, like, actual rest. And then the next morning, a couple hours after the sun rises behind you, you pull in to Tokyo Harbor.
I'm in a coma that last day. Like I'm just out the entire day.
Out.
Is the ride over?
And unfortunately, I'm going to say that due to going through the typhoon, You just don't get free time this time. It's like, you'll
I'm
get that
busy.
next week. You're all too busy or incapacitated.
It's all hands on deck.
If you'd rolled really high, I might have given you some free time. But you're all just way too busy. Free time skip this week.
Can I describe one of the events where Daniel just gets thrown about?
Sure.
He's like directing something, then suddenly the ship just turns, yeeting him into the wall, and now there is just a dent the shape of his face in the wall. He pulls out, looks perfectly fine, and just keeps going.
That is so funny.
I will say that the scariest thing that happens while you're there is that you temporarily move to the battleship, especially like at some point when Daniel has to like be somewhere else or rest. And at like the absolute peak of the storm, you have had like you can sense a really big wave coming. You have the ships kind of line up behind you so that your larger ships can kind of break through the wave. And the wave actually doesn't fully break on the bow of the ship. It actually engulfs the whole ship.
Yeah.
The wave was taller than the superstructure.
Oh,
And as it crashed into the superstructure, it actually shattered the glass. And water rushed over you. And some of the electronics had to be tinkered with to be fixed. So, whenever you come to Japan, one thing you could do is you fix the windows on the superstructure as they were shattered by the wave.
I switch comms for a moment after that happens. I broke your windows, Daniel. Switches back to another comm. Because it's on the big ship, which is yours.
What are you talking?
You're probably busy taking care of her ship.
Okay, but I do want to give you guys something for being ballsy enough to sail through a typhoon. And the fact that you not only did you not use a pearl, but you didn't need them to sit there. Each of you take a pearl.
Barely!
You earned it sailing through a typhoon.
I think I have 5 pearls
We
now.
barely didn't need a pearl.
Mhm.
One number lower, and we would have been screwed.
Yeah.
Bless you.
But also, if the D100 had gone one number lower, it would have been bad in a different way.
What may I ask what it would have been?
Sure, you can know what it would have been. So, one lower than a typhoon. There's only 2 things worse than a typhoon. So, if you roll a 1 on the D100, it is a main battle fleet.
Yep.
Oh no.
So, that's going to be like half a dozen or more capital ships in a fleet with tons of screens and cruisers and blah, blah, blah.
Kill
blah.
us fleet.
Yeah. And that is the fleet that you would take if you were going to go, like, invade a major power or something. That's what you saw Masashi having in Siam. The thing in between a main battle fleet and a typhoon, the only thing that is less dangerous than a main battle fleet, more dangerous than a typhoon, is a submarine wolf pack. So it could be up to a dozen or more submarines ambushing your fleet without warning.
Great.
But don't worry, you have ASW technology, don't you? No, you don't.
We will.
At some point.
We're taking our time.
But you actually are working on it with hydroacoustics, so that's good.
Yeah.
So, you manage to sail the typhoon, and you arrive in the city of Tokyo,
Yay!
in Japan, and you actually get to sail straight into the harbor past all of their massive harbor defense. You even sail past several forts that are, like, outside the city. This is a very well-defended city, of course. It's the capital of one of the 7 major powers. And it's the first time you're getting to visit the capital of a major power in this campaign.
Oh.
And as you sail in, honestly, very similar to what you got in southern China, there's a very big welcome for you.
Yay.
It's like, actually, as you're sailing into the harbor, they're doing a bit of a parade for your ships.
Oh.
There's like people along the docks, like waving and like wishing you well. There's like some like a bit of like confetti. A couple of fireworks actually go off overhead as
snap.
well. Like they are you're getting a very warm welcome in Japan. Like you feel like you're getting a hero's welcome here. Maybe it's because you literally saved the lives of several thousand Japanese sailors.
Right.
So
True.
We're the heroes.
yes.
I'm the hero.
And that wasn't Italy. You did that.
Yeah, we
Yeah, that is
personally
true.
did that.
Mhm.
We made an executive decision.
Yes,
On
yes.
behalf of Italy.
So, as you sail your ships into the harbor, again, just because they look to us, they park your Congo next to their Congos with the different flags. And all of your other ships are placed prominently, and there's like some photographers there. It's like, as you're coming in, there's like photographers all along. There's going to be tons of photographs of, this moment of your fleet sailing into the harbor. And as you disembark, you obviously see Admiral Masashi waiting there to greet you. He sailed back from Siam so that he could be here to meet you, as he is your primary point of contact for Japan. It does not look like the Emperor is here, but he's a head of state. Going to a crowd this big is like,
That's not a good idea. He'd get killed in an instant.
Masashi can eat a bullet. The Emperor maybe can't.
Right. The Emperor's probably a lower, like he probably isn't, like, first generation, Admiral. He's
That would
probably...
require a siren to marry into the royal family.
Right.
I highly doubt that's going to happen.
He probably definitely has some Admiral blood in him, but I highly doubt it's even, like, close to him in general.
And as you arrive, there's a big procession for you, and they've actually prepared a very nice car that all of you can get into with Masashi.
Ooh.
Yes.
Car time?
That's a very special treat.
Right?
I'll just say it either is a limo, if those existed in 1930, or it's whatever the 1930s equivalent to a limo would be. So you will get in the car with Masashi. He greets you again, and you get driven to the palace.
I'm looking specifically Japanese because I don't imagine they'd have.
Oh, this is for going to the royal palace. It could be from anywhere, but it's not that important.
Right. We
So-
I mean, there are some fancy. Yeah. They were I see one that's from 1908.
Right.
So they
All the
look
limousines
freaking
I
cool.
see are like this, the Pullman limousine.
It doesn't make a big difference.
Yeah.
So, all of you are driven to the palace, and you are taken to the Emperor's throne room, and you get to meet the Japanese Emperor. And I'm going to make a roll that I've specifically been waiting to make until we got here, because I think it's funny.
Oh?
Okay. And you see the Japanese Emperor. He's obviously a man, and he's a little bit of an older man. You'd guess late 50s, early 60s, give or take.
Yeah.
So, clearly like a wizened, experienced, knowledgeable man, but he's nowhere near ancient. He looks healthy, doesn't look like he's going to keel over anytime soon, unless the D100 says otherwise.
Cool. Crimson just said, if you listen closely, you can hear the panicked conversation from the Congos because of the typhoon. I love how, like, the ships don't become girls. Like, the ships are just ships, right? But the girls get attached. Like, their soul is bonded to the ship, right? And the girls can control the ship. I find it funny that you guys, this is like the second time that we've talked about the Congos talking to each other. I just find that very funny that we're already, personifying the ships, even though they technically are already personified.
So, as you enter, you are taken to the throne room of the Emperor. And Masashi told you before that everybody else is going to be bowing, but you are not expected to.
Oh.
So that is a courtesy they are extending to you.
You know what we forgot to do
What?
when we were in Western China?
What?
We forgot to see what sirens they had.
You did.
Oh!
We forgot to explore with Dragon Mommy,
we forgot to give them the money.
No, the politicians.
Oh, we
did
did?
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just say that does happen.
That's
so.
not
Okay.
our problem.
That's not your.
Imagine
that's
if
not
we
your
just
thing.
didn't.
Imagine we just didn't give them the money.
You could tell me now, and I could. You could. I mean,
No,
if you
we
wanted to
gave-
keep
no,
it,
we
give
gave them
Japan
the
a double
money.
share.
No,
But
we gave them the money.
Well, we want things to look equal for now.
Right?
Mhm.
We don't want it to get out that we didn't give them the money, but we
Mhm.
gave the other China the money. Like,
Yes.
that would be bad.
Mhm.
Even if we don't go with them.
So, as you are taken into the Emperor's throne room, he addresses all of you. Allow me to be the first to officially welcome you to the Empire of Japan. This is the first foreign fleet that we have welcomed into Tokyo Bay in several centuries,
Wow.
in fact. Usually, whenever ships arrive here, it is under duress or unfriendly terms. So, consider it a great honor for all of you. And, as I have been told, you have brought gifts from your home nation. And for myself, I would like to begin your visit here by awarding all of you gifts from the Empire of Japan. These are gifts from the Emperor to you.
Thanks, Daddy Emperor.
Okay, so I have a specific thing for you, but I need to relook up the name of it so I can get it exactly.
Oh. I get a special gift!
Yes.
Yes. Oh, each of you get a special
Special
gift.
for you. Well, you said you particularly saw something for me.
It's just more opium.
Yes.
No. I've rehabbed myself.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I haven't done an opium in it forever.
Done an opium.
Yes.
I have 0 opiums right now.
I still find it hilarious that if you have like a poppy seed garnished bread item,
Yeah.
you will lose whatever drug test you're
Yeah, I
taking.
saw the Mythbusters episode. I can accept Sugar Daddy Emperor.
Thank you, Mr. Emperor.
Thank you.
Alright, so to you. I'll begin with you.
Me?
Yes, Admiral Ambrosio. For you, we have a historical artifact of sorts.
Ooh.
And he has some servants bring out. It's actually on like similar to like they're carrying it on a device similar to like the palanquin, and you actually see a large suit of ornate samurai armor with a large sword sitting in its lap.
Bro, that's
my God.
crazy.
Mhm.
That's cool.
This is armor that was worn by a general from a historical period in Japan. Specifically, it is from the Sengoku Jidai era. So that means this suit of armor is several centuries old.
That is-
Not meant for wear.
No.
No.
But it
Oh.
looks
Sword.
in fantastic shape.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And you know that they do have several of these. I'm just going to say they do in this time period if for some reason historically they didn't. But giving one out to a foreigner is a very big deal. So this is very much a gift of peace to you.
That is so cool, dude.
Mm-hmm. For Admiral Donatelli,
Oh, I did.
we were not sure exactly what you might want, but we hope this gift will be to your liking. And if it is not, I will personally replace it with something for you.
Ooh.
And they have the servants bring out again. This time it's kind of some bigger Japanese dudes bringing this out. And they bring out a polished oak wardrobe.
Oh.
And they bring it out and they set it up. And it looks like this is very clearly like handcrafted.
Oh, wow.
And it is like 9 feet tall. It's like a big wardrobe. You look like you could go to Narnia in this thing.
Oh, wow.
And as they open it up, it is full
Oh.
of traditional Japanese clothing of all kinds
Oh my
for
gosh.
all different like classes, but it's all like, and everything in there is silk.
Oh, that's
my-
expensive.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
I want that. Yeah, I'm putting that in my inventory. I'll just be like, thank you very much. This present will more than suffice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could pay off our debt.
No, this is mine. I'm going to look so great in all those. She's basically gonna wear just these clothes the entire time
we're
she's
here.
in Japan.
Yep, figures.
Why won't it give it to me? It gave it to me last time.
Right? Japan is pampering us.
So I'm trying to find because it has a specific name. Yes, this one.
Oh.
Okay, that one could work.
What if I incorporate?
Okay, actually that looks amazing. I'm gonna go with that one.
Hold on, it's
Probably.
my turn.
Yeah.
Yes, so this is what it's going to be.
Okay.
So, and for you, imported from the Japanese island of Tsushima, a rarity in all of Japan and something that we feel you would specifically like. And they bring out like a little container by this delicate lady carrying this, and they bring it over to you. She sets it on the ground, and she reaches inside of it, and she pulls out a cat like this.
You get a kitty.
I get a kitty cat.
I'll do it so the chat can see it as well. This is a Tsushima leopard cat. They're very rare, even in Japan, as they are native to a small island, and that is where they originate from.
Hold up, I gotta look up.
And, in fact, their international sale is illegal.
Oh.
Oh.
So, this will be the only one that is legally owned outside of the nation.
Oh my gosh.
You have been given an illegal cat by the
A
emperor.
wild animal.
Yes, it's a Tsushima leopard cat.
Right?
I
I'm
want
gonna.
one.
Right? Look at the baby!
Are they still illegal?
I
Outside
Probably
of
not.
Japan?
Probably not. I'm just making stuff up to make
Oh,
the
you
gift
just
sound
make
better.
stuff up.
Right?
It is an endangered animal.
It is.
So.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
endangered today.
Oh, are they a wildcat, not domesticated?
This one is tame.
Well,
Yeah, it's a
the
small
size-
wildcat.
Yes.
the
size of a
I'm more
domestic
talking
cat.
about the species.
I mean, we
Yeah,
can have
wildcat.
exotic pets.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can.
This just falls in with the cat you already have. So
Felidae.
Wow. They're so cute. Oh, they're related to the fishing cat.
Huh.
yeah, so this is a Tsushima leopard cat. And in this game, they are very rare, only native to that island, and their sale outside of Japan is illegal. But this one comes with a special certificate of authenticity from the Emperor himself with his signature on it.
Wow. Yeah, no, like these.
A cat that comes with a certificate.
And a
Oh my
certificate
God.
of pedigree, of course.
It's got a diploma.
You know, I'm looking up. Like, there are conservation efforts being made right now for them.
And this one is a female. Though the only thing about it is it has been spayed.
Yeah, I figured.
Because they don't want you making more of them.
Yeah.
Right, I get it.
But it is a female.
Wow, this breed is over 5,000 years old.
Yes.
This breed of wildcat.
Oh my
wow.
God. It's doing, the picture there is doing the thing with the tail. It's doing the thing.
Chat says kitty.
Kitty.
In all caps.
It's kitty time.
I love Crimson. Japan's breaking out the good shit.
Right? Dulce is getting a buddy, dude.
Now,
Now I gotta find a name.
Yes. So,
Leo.
that
No.
is... those are the gifts you get from the Emperor.
Right?
Oh my God.
So from there, it's just so. Would all of you want to go into business with everything you've come to discuss today? There was quite the storm coming from the direction you came from. Do you need some time to rest and recuperate before we move on to official matters?
Yes, please.
In that case, I will simply have one other question before I dismiss you to be nothing but our wonderful and honored guests until next week. Is there a particular nation you would like me to send for a diplomatic envoy from? He's asking if you want him to go ahead and call for either Zhoguang or Li Bai to come and negotiate next week.
Oh.
So that they can be there and all of the, so that they can make the room where it happens.
Yeah, I think
let's say Levi.
He's asking, like, have you made a decision subtly?
Levi is the southern, right?
Yes.
I believe we've come to the conclusion that the southern areas of China would be best.
To be invited for discussions.
We will ask Li Bai to either come here herself or send a delegation if she feels uncomfortable attending in person. And next week, when she or her representatives arrive, then we will hold a meeting. Until then, all I ask of you is to enjoy your time in our nation. We are willing, should you so desire, to let you stay in the palace. We do have a guest wing, though it is not usually available to foreign guests, though we will, as a means of showing our willingness to work with people outside of our nation, that you may stay here. But if you do not wish to stay in the palace, the nicest hotel in Tokyo, the penthouse will be available to you.
I'm gonna stay in the palace.
Why wouldn't you want to stay in the palace?
I want to stay in the palace. This is
Yeah,
something
let's stay in
that
the palace.
This is something
We
that foreigners don't
appreciate-
get to do.
Mhm.
We appreciate your hospitality, and we will stay here for the night.
Excellent. I will prepare rooms for each of you. Is it a problem that your rooms will need to be a distance away from each other?
That's suspicious. To nobody's surprise, it's the Dragon Mommy coming to Japan.
Yes, it is! Dragon Mom is
Yeah!
coming. Of course she's gonna come! I'm not gonna send some faceless diplomat. No, she's coming to
Got a
Japan!
picture?
Yeah!
Um,
She's gonna take that risk and go to Japan herself.
Right.
yeah. I feel, I mean,
I feel like it's okay if our rooms are kind of far apart.
yeah.
We just wanted to make sure that you would feel comfortable, as we could arrange for all of you to sleep close by, but then we could not give you the most luxurious guest rooms available.
I am perfectly alright with
That is
sleeping
fine
far
with me.
away from my companions.
I feel safe enough.
Excellent. And I presume your sirens will be staying on your ships. Or will they be with you? We would prefer that they stay on your ships, but we do want to try and accommodate differences of opinion.
My siren is rather new, so I'd rather keep him close by.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
My siren is as well, so I would
Mhm.
like to keep her nearby me.
I just like my siren, so I'd like to
I just like her.
Mhm. I just want to let you know that it might be better for your sirens to stay ashore. There are many differences of opinions regarding sirens in Japan. We just don't want anyone to make any mistakes and impugn the honor of our nation, as we know that Italy has very different opinions and we just wanted to avoid any kind of incidents. But we would be willing to compromise in putting them up in a hotel room.
I feel like Giovanna would do bad stuff. I kind of feel like now I should probably leave her on the ship.
What,
'Cause I don't want her to curse anybody out.
Oh, no, she would never do that. Yes, she would.
I know, that's why I'm just like, oh wait, maybe she should
You're
not.
a very badly behaved girl.
Okay, it's not my fault!
Honestly, I want Lorelai with me just because the potential drama that could happen.
Though also, for Lorelai to share a room with you, you do still have to convince her.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So I will say that
Mhm.
it is up to my siren to decide whether she would like to stay with me or stay on the ship.
How novel. All right, then just let us know when it's that time.
Yes.
Will it be the same for you as well, Admiral Aquila?
I will talk with my siren.
Well, just let any of the servants know. We will have them accompany you as translators, and you can tell them to fetch you anything you desire.
Oh, I speak Chinese.
Excellent. Well, they will still be there to fetch you anything you desire. Basically, you just basically get like a little personal servant who can communicate with you and will get you anything you want.
That's whack.
They're just gonna just stand there and be quiet, and they're just there to
They
fetch
just
anything.
live there.
Yeah. So all of you will now get your week of free time in Japan. However, I presume on the first day you're probably just gonna rest.
I'm
right?
sleeping.
I'm also going to try to convince Lorelai to come stay with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotta
That's a charm, right?
It is a charm
Yeah,
check.
Alright, I'm gonna roll my charm check.
Mhm.
16.
Not bad.
So, so why should I stay with you instead of getting my own room in a hotel for myself where I can order endless room service and eat everything I want?
Because you can do that while being inside a palace in one of the most luxurious rooms they have.
Yeah, but I've never had my own hotel room before, and I bet it's gonna be really nice.
She's a high needs girl.
She is.
Would you be able to promise you wouldn't start a scene if someone was rude to you?
Well, of course. I'm just, look. I'm going to level with you. I know the sites here would be. Let me open her sheet to make sure I don't say anything contrary to how she actually is, real quick.
I
Remind
got a
myself.
16. Did that not make the DC?
It meets it exactly. So that's why I'm just like, you're gonna have to role play it out a bit. There's gonna be some pushback. You're not gonna easily convince her. Let me just remind myself. Yeah. It's like this is like a political mission, and it's probably gonna be a lot of politics and stuff.
Which means you'll have the run of the room anyway.
That's true. And the things I really want to, look, what I want to do in Japan is 3 things.
Mhm.
I want to go out and do some fun things with you. I'm not going to lie. I want to see if they have any neat thingamabobs here that we don't have at home.
Yes.
And I want to eat until I'm ready to explode.
You can do all that in the palace.
She called Italy home.
Oh.
She did. She didn't even realize it, but she did call Italy home.
It's her home now.
So if you can reassure her that she'll get to do all those things, she will stay in the room with you, just not same bed, obviously.
No,
you don't have that much
obviously
RP.
not, No.
Yeah.
You will be able to do all of those same things in the room. All you'll be doing is sleeping and doing whatever you'd like in the room,
Mm-hmm.
in your own bed.
Okay, that's important. That's a sticking
Yes.
point.
I'm sure it has more than one bed. And if it doesn't, I'll sleep on the couch.
I'm pretty sure they can bring a second bed.
Yes. So, would you rather hotel, ship, or the accommodations that have been given to us in a palace.
Fine, since you clearly want me to stay in the palace, I'll stay in the palace. I'm not gonna ruin your trip by being needy. Fine. So she will stay in your room then.
Yes.
I gotta talk with Giovanna.
Uh-huh.
You guys have sassy sirens. My siren's a good boy.
Yes, he is.
He just doesn't know how to appreciate the
It's
finer
because
things
Calvin
in
loves
life.
you.
He doesn't know how to appreciate the finer things in life. He wants to go to thrift stores. How am I supposed to reconcile with that?
I'm playing them based on their personalities.
Alright, so I go to Giovanna.
Mm-hmm. Sup?
So I know.
So
We have some options on where you can stay during this visit.
Mm-hmm.
I am starting to. Am I able to get the vibe that Japan is like actually not chill about sirens from how the Emperor was talking? I feel like I'm
Very
smart
implied.
enough to kind of.
Japan finds the way you're treating sirens very unusual.
Okay, so
They're not looking down on you for it. They just think like, you are so weird about how you keep control of your war beasts.
Right.
Why do you treat them this way? That's strange. That seems dangerous to let them off the leash like that.
Right.
They also seem nervous at the idea of letting them loose in the general populace.
I feel nervous about letting Giovanna loose in the general populace as well.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're
fear's
going to feel
justified.
about an admiral actively going on dates with a
Right.
siren. I imagine
All
that's
right.
not common.
So I'm getting the vibe that the general everyone of Japan is concerned about how we have our sirens.
That's weird.
It very much is. And so of course you are completely welcome to stay on the ship if you would like.
Maybe.
We have been given rooms in the palace,
Okay.
and then also they have offered to have our sirens stay in a hotel.
Does the hotel have room service?
Yes.
I want to stay in a hotel. But only if I can stay in the top of it.
Well, yes, we were told we would be given the condos,
Great! I want to look down on everybody and make them look like ants.
but please behave.
How am I going to mess it up in a hotel room? Do you not trust me at all?
No.
We met not that long ago.
That is an
Aw.
excellent point. You haven't seen the depths of trouble I can make yet. That's a real good point.
So
Should I show you on this trip?
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm just messing with you. I'm not going to create a diplomatic incident.
thank you, I appreciate that. Don't.
Oh, God.
Not on purpose.
Oh, God.
Wonder if they have cheeseburgers here.
No.
I
Or pasta.
don't think they. Well, they have noodles.
Oh, that's true. They have noodles.
I don't think it's like pasta. Though.
I'm going to tell them to bring me noodles.
Noodles.
Okay.
Just nothing but noodles.
Bring
No.
nudes!
I'll tell them to bring it in whatever way that they make noodles here.
Just go to her hotel room and like,
noodles
open the door.
everywhere.
There's just a bunch of different boxes.
They brought me a pool of noodles. Come swim in it. It's funny.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so I will let them know to get you a room set up at the hotel.
Excellent.
Please call me if you need anything.
Yeah, they have phones here, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll use the phone.
Great, I can't wait.
What's
to
your number?
Whatever the palace's number is.
I bet somebody will know what that is.
Because we don't have phones.
I know
think
that's
we
the
don't
joke.
have phones.
That's the joke.
I assumed that
Because
there's-
Giovanna, she knows like your office number like
Right?
at home, but
Like, I figured that there's landlines
There are.
everywhere. Yeah.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
So each of you have settled where your sirens are going to
Yep.
be going, and you get a week of leisure in Japan. On the first day, Masashi's going to leave you be to let you get settled in and quiet down. With approaching dinner time, I think each of you are invited to like a nice dinner in the palace. Do you bring your sirens?
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it appropriate to do so?
If you ask, they will say that that is allowed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
I'll bring my
Masashi
siren.
bringing his
I'll bring
siren
Lorelai.
too?
Masashi is not attending this dinner.
Okay.
Oh.
Seems he may have other business.
Yeah, I'll bring Giovanna.
Yeah, I'll bring Lorelai.
Yeah. We'll bring
Giovanna was
I just want to make sure it's appropriate, that we're not gonna offend anyone.
No, you're being very polite, and they are doing their best to be accommodating.
Yeah, I'll bring Giovanna.
The dinner is uneventful. At Giovanna's request, they do serve ramen. I'm gonna see how Giovanna feels.
Right, because
about
she
ramen.
doesn't like new things, but I'd say noodles is close enough to pasta.
Okay, this is my new favorite kind of pasta.
Oh no!
This is my new favorite thing.
You're gonna have to learn how to make
I'm gonna have to
ramen.
learn how to make ramen now.
Yes. Before I leave Japan, would it be? He turned to look at one and said, "Would it be possible to try every variety of ramen?" Just, maybe if you are very hungry. I'm gonna try. I will tell the palace chefs.
Oh,
No rice, only ramen for Siren Giovanna.
oh
We understand.
no! She's gonna run these poor.
She eats 3 bowls during dinner.
Oh my god!
They are not small bowls of ramen.
Good
Oh my
lord.
gosh!
So they are on genuine China.
Wow. See, I love this side of Giovanna. I hate the side that I first saw, but I love this side.
See, here's her thing. She hates new things unless it's better.
Right?
And I rolled a 99 on the D100 of how much she likes ramen. So ramen is better.
Right.
Looks like the first ramen shop was opened up in Asakusa, Tokyo in 1910.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. So near the end of dinner, as you all are finishing up, a group of what appear to be servant women do approach you. It's like, before each of the admirals retires to bed for the evening, for Katerina, Loralee, and Giovanna, or if they would you like a spa treatment in order to look your best for your upcoming visits? So the three ladies of the group are being
Yeah.
offered a spa treatment.
But visits.
Not you though.
Well, just you're going to be visiting
Oh,
places,
okay, okay.
and there's going to be a lot of people taking pictures of you.
I
so.
got you.
Yeah.
you.
So they're offering like a spa treatment
got
in the
you.
evening for each of the ladies.
Don't worry, I'll take care of your sirens for you.
Okay.
Just take care of my guy.
I lean over. She's very bright.
Don't worry, I'll be careful with Giovanna. Besides, I know a woman's mind. I say that quiet where Giovanna can't hear. All right, it's time for us to go do some bonding. Yay, female bonding. Let's
Yeah,
go.
they can trim my toenails and rub my feet.
I hate
Lorelai,
that.
are you
I
comfortable
hate
with
that.
this?
Oh my gosh, I
Come
hate.
on, Lorelai, let's go.
It's like, I don't know what they're going to do for me, but I'm interested to let them
Right, 'cause
try.
she
I'm
has,
honestly curious as well.
she has a mantis arms.
Maybe they'll buff my carapace.
Maybe. You
I'm willing to
know
let them
yourself.
try.
Yes.
All right, come
If
on,
I don't like it,
ladies.
I'll leave and I'll tell them.
Right, you don't know how much I hated for your guys' wedding before the spa thing that we did at the nail salon. Oh, I hated it.
Oh yeah, you don't
Oh,
like your feet being
I
touched.
hate it. She was banging on my legs.
All right, so now Japan has set everything up just the way they want it, even though you were trying to make it more difficult for them. Now they've finally gotten what they want. Perfect.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Japan just has ulterior motives, and they always will throughout the entire rest of this campaign.
Wait, they're taking our women.
You two are now in your rooms by yourselves, individually, away from each other.
Okay.
Is my boy okay?
They are not going to interfere with him as they still see him as property, and what they're going to try and do would break their own laws. They're not going to interfere with Aurelius. He gets to
Oh.
twiddle his thumbs in the room as much as he wants.
Oh no.
Get him. I want to make sure he's entertained. Sorry, I don't care what you're getting up to. I just need my boy to be taken care of. Let's see here. Get him some entertainment. Get him some wine and and show him where the thrift shops are.
Oh, would he like to try traditional Japanese rice wine?
I look at him.
I don't know what that is, but I didn't know that you could make... Oh, no, sorry, I need to do his right voice. I have a specific voice for release. I didn't know that you could make wine out of things that weren't grapes, except maybe like plums or raisins. I don't know what it would... I'm willing to try it.
Could you take him on a wine tasting tour? I asked.
Of course we can, Admiral. You are our honored guest. We will let him try ice samples from the Emperor's stock.
Oh my
God.
So, palace wine.
Right? I feel like something bad, like really, really bad, is about to happen, like foot binding or something. Like somebody's gonna break your guys' feet.
No one's gonna be hurt. It's like, in fact,
it's us.
That's China.
In fact,
Oh,
since
yeah.
you have asked, would the other admirals who are not getting a spa treatment, would you like to sample some wines from the Emperor as well? Or we also have sake, if you'd like to try that.
I would like to try everything.
How about you, Admiral Ambrosio?
Join us. Don't be a stick in the mud, old man.
Fine, I'll join you.
Now, I also know, this is like after you
Have fun, boys!
So, we will arrange for it to be brought to your room so you can enjoy it in leisure, perhaps with a bath or something.
Okay.
But we know that as Italian admirals, you more than anyone else are interested in sirens, yes?
Oh, what? What's happening?
Interesting.
I don't want...
We know even that whenever you visited Li Bai in China, that you wanted to meet the Chinese sirens. Would you like to meet some of the other sirens of belonging to the Imperial Japanese Navy?
No.
I mean,
Yes.
Yes,
We would love that.
Meet the sirens.
Then we will have them bring the refreshments to you.
No, I don't
Okay.
want this. I know what's happening.
I know what's happening too.
Calvin!
They would do this! Also, it's funny for our viewers, because I don't know if they figured out what's going on yet. Oh, the Crimson does. Crimson can see where this is going.
Crimson knows.
So, with the exception of the one who generally tags around with Masashi, all of the Japanese sirens you have seen have been male. Like whenever you've been like interacting with Masashi, seeing them around the fleet, you can tell someone's not human when you look at them. You've only seen the male sirens.
And his girl.
And yeah, I did say that first.
The only
yeah.
girl.
And whenever you've seen them, they've been very like kind of like alpha type. They've been like dueling with each other. They've been training. Like they look like they are like trying to be perfect soldiers. They'll obviously have their own personality types and whatnot, but they are very like dedicated and loyal. They've been very whipped into shape by Masashi.
They love Japan.
I take
Yes.
the ladies by the training room and we look disrespectfully at them.
You may, especially if you ask.
Yes.
Oh my
we are
gosh.
looking disrespectfully.
Yes.
Crimson, I'm from Vegas. Of course I know.
Yeah. The one you notice especially is there's actually one other. You do get to see the other greater siren that they have. Because I believe that Japan has 2 greater sirens. You get to see one other Oni, and like if you had like you see them training, and basically whenever they're doing combat training with him, they use 3 other lesser sirens, and he still usually ends up crushing them in like a wrestling match. So for your entertainment, you ask, and they have them wrestle for you.
Right, I'm pretty sure the only reason...
Cheers, ladies!
Right, like, I know where this is going. I'm pretty sure the only reason why Masashi's siren is allowed to be on the battlefront is because she is a greater siren.
You can ask him about that if you would like. I do have a specific reason for that. So, as you two retire to your rooms, within a few minutes of heading back to your rooms, there is a slight knock at each of your doors.
Yep.
Let me take a look at the numbers here. Because I did note down exactly.
How many?
Yes, you get to meet all the sirens that she didn't see.
Great.
Then I'd send those dudes to bring you alcohol.
There's a wasp!
Damn. I don't have my shoes. And
Sure, grab it.
The wasp is trying to cock block us.
It is. Just hand me a shoe.
Yep. Kill it.
Get it.
Kill it.
It is dead!
I'll get a paper towel.
I heard it
Thank you.
crunch.
Ew!
Yeah.
It's so juicy on the wall!
I hate that, but whatever.
Oh!
Okay, Laura will deal with it while you guys get to do your thing.
Yeah, go Laurel.
So,
Deal with our wasp, woman.
all right. So, numbers. Oh, jeez, right. I rolled that there was a lot of them.
Oh no! Is it an even number?
No, it isn't.
Oh, who gets more?
They're not gonna have all of them show up right now.
Okay.
Me, I get more.
I'm gonna say that you each have. Yeah, that'd be reasonable. Almost half of them.
I can see you slightly in the corner of the screen of Calvin's screen.
Hello.
Hey, look, it's a visual crossover.
All right. So each of you have 3 trays of alcohol brought for you. So they do have so the tray of like a selection of rice wines, a tray of a selection of sake, and a tray of beer.
Oh,
So
cool.
each of you can try each of them.
I'm trying everything.
And each of them is brought by a different lady that you can actually recognize are Japanese sirens,
Ooh.
specifically the Funeyure. So each of these 3 women have very long, dark hair. It looks like they put a lot of care into it, and it's very tightly, like, wrapped up. And they're each wearing, like, these nice silken kimonos. They have extremely pale skin. And many of them even have red eyes. And some of them do have horns as well, leading more into almost an Oni-esque look. But most of them are very pale and have very long, very dark hair, like dark as night. They look ghostly. And as they bring in the alcohols, how much do each of you imbibe?
I try a little bit of everything first, and then I pick what I like the most, and I drink that entirely.
Okay, I just wanted to are you drinking? Are you drinking responsibly?
I'm
No.
drinking responsibly.
Okay.
Why would I drink responsibly?
Okay then, each of you give me a body check. One of you just has a higher DC than the other.
See, alcohol's not illegal. I'm allowed to drink.
Yeah, you're all
21.
Yeah, you're fine, as I figured. You don't even have a buzz from what you're drinking.
No.
6.
Cool. If you choose to roll a check of the wit variety, it will be at disadvantage.
Great, yep.
If you so choose to roll one.
Of course.
So,
Yep.
as each of you continue imbibing of your alcohols, these ladies they're just being absolutely delightful hosts. They are, there's even like one of them, I'm going to say to you specifically, but they'll do this with you as well if they get the feeling that you would go for it. They have you like lounge on the bed and they like feed you grapes like a Roman emperor. Trying to play up to your heritage.
Heck yeah!
And they are being so friendly. They giggle at all of your jokes, and they're just so clingy. They want to hear about all the battles you've been in. They want to hear about how you got through that storm. It was so scary.
I tell them everything.
Yes, absolutely. And then you see them. It's like they ask if you don't mind if they drink a little bit too.
Go for it, lady.
And they sip a little bit, and it seems like they get tipsy really quickly. They start blushing, and like the red on their faces shows really quickly because of how super pale their skin is. And I'm just gonna level with you from here. They are trying to sleep with you.
That is fair. Oh yeah, it's all
coming together.
Yeah, they are. Basically, at this point, unless you make some moves to the contrary, they are gonna start trying to get frisky with each of the 2 of you. And I'm not just doing this for entertainment reasons, chat, or because I'm weird. There's a mechanical reason why Japan wants to do this.
Right.
I'm just looking at my things.
Yeah, no, I think this would happen. Considering self-indulgent.
Yeah, I had a
And
feeling.
indulge in all the pleasures the world has to offer.
This is a pleasure available to basically nobody except
Me.
Masashi and maybe the Emperor.
Right? I'm
You're
gonna
gonna sleep with all of them.
I'm going to willingly fail this wit that is coming up.
So what it is, because I am a good DM, I say this looking straight into the camera, as I am trying to have characters seduce the player characters, you have 3 options. You can choose to roll against their seduction, if you so choose. And in that roll, so basically it is a check to make it to overcome their seduction of you. But as I am not a bad DM, you can choose to succeed. I'm not going to have any characters have sex if they don't want to.
And also, we've all been playing together for about 4 or 5-ish years now.
Mm-hmm.
We know each other's limits, and we respect when enough is enough,
Yes.
right? It's different for all of us. Like, I feel uncomfortable flirting with Calvin because Calvin is my sister's husband.
Mm-hmm.
So we probably won't get into, like, how things
No, I'm not
go
doing details,
down,
no.
right?
We're on Twitch.
Right? And so this is as far as it's going to go, like, speaking-wise for me and Calvin, because I feel weird about doing that.
So you can just roll it if you just want to play it as it lies. You can choose to succeed if you just don't want to as the player. Or you can choose to fail if you just want to have it happen.
I'm gonna roll.
You're going to choose to roll.
Yeah. I've got a 1! Let's see how these go!
It is a wit check
Right.
to resist their advances. You are not drunk, so you get to roll it flat.
That's not bad.
15.
The DC was 16.
Oh no!
I made it a straight hard DC, so that's what I made
Makes
it.
sense. Makes sense.
So I'm gonna say it takes them a while for you. It's a slow burn.
I finally
But
get tipsy enough
just
to allow
tipsy
it to happen.
enough that maybe you let one of them kind of kiss you on the cheek, and there's another one, and just all of a sudden you're just kind of overwhelmed.
We broke the dam, girls!
Because you know no one's coming back to this room. You realize,
Yeah.
like, oh, this was the plan.
Right?
Laura Lee's not coming back here tonight.
I
And they're not technically together yet.
Nope.
I totally understand, like, why Japan is doing this as well. Japan wants.
More sirens.
So, for you, however,
Oh, yeah.
it's like, as soon as you realize, oh,
This is what's going down.
oh, I see what's happening here. It's like, you basically just like, in your drunken state, just like, wait a minute. Is this what I think it is?
Oh wait, I get to enjoy it more than you even though you're actively making the choice.
I have to
Mm-hmm.
ban Screams and Civ. They're not allowed to talk here anymore.
Oh,
That's
so basically what happens is like, when like in your drunken state you realize, wait a minute, I think I know what's going on here. I should test it first just to make sure. You goose one of them, and then they just giggle more, and then they like get kind of more of a lurid look on their face, and they all kind of lean in. You realize, oh yeah, this is what's happening.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on, ladies!
Alright.
If you roll me a body check, I just want to check something for later.
Hell yeah!
Do we all roll? Do we both roll body checks?
Yes, both of you roll body checks.
I don't want to fail this one.
Oh, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You'll have like 6 more opportunities.
22.
I got a 6 again.
Okay, let me just do this is dice.
I'm too drunk, man.
You got whiskey.
I'm too drunk.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm drunk.
So what did my body do?
I
So,
think we
and I'm
got
going to say that
somebody
these,
pregnant.
if you would like, we're not going to do it for each individual night.
Yeah.
These rolls also kind of represent your visit in Japan as a whole.
Oh my gosh. Are they gonna be banging us every single night?
Every night you let them into your room, they're going to try.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have Lorelai there more often than not, unless they figure out a way to keep her out of my.
These people are very creative.
Alright?
I can't wait to see the memes that, like, because Mitch Mash makes such good memes.
Oh,
I
yes.
can't wait to see his memes.
I can't wait. Also,
Is-
Screams and Simp. Screams and Simp is.
How did we double our viewership just now?
It's
Sex!
because sex sells, baby.
I guess so. So, just in case they don't double it again, the 3 Admirals have a lurid night with the female Japanese sirens.
2.
All night long.
No, I'm here now, too,
Yeah.
apparently.
Oh, no, you're fine.
You said
two
3, so.
If they get what they're looking for with you, they don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
They get nothing by seducing you.
Yeah, they want babies.
Yeah, you see, just to explain it to the audience, just in case anybody's like, what Japan wants is, whereas Italy doesn't do siren breeding at all, Japan does it more than any other nation, which is why they have 13
Wait,
female
hold on.
sirens in that program. And unfortunately, the thing is, since there's only so many admirals, they they don't want there to be too much crossover. So fresh blood from a foreign nation of clearly powerful, intelligent admirals. That's really valuable if they can get more sirens out.
So they're expecting 2 crossbred Italian, with
you're
Japan.
American.
They don't know that.
They do not.
A full demon pops out of one of them. They're just like,
What happened here?
There is a small chance of that.
right?
Alright, well that's what they're doing all night.
Yes.
So what the fuck happened is that exactly. Listen, there's a reason why this game is 18 plus.
We are experiencing a quadruple way
Yep.
at the moment.
I think it's more.
Oh, they stick to 3 at a time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
We're trying to get the entirety of the siren population in Japan pregnant.
See, just like I hate to use the excuse like this is what Japan would do.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
moving on then, that's what happens every evening. No need to say any more about that. You two have a great time.
Oh yes! Have fun, bro!
Japan gets some political tokens later. I'll be writing some stuff down in my notes.
I can't wait to have a dozen kids in Japan.
I have a question about the body check.
Yes.
What was the body check?
How good you are at sex.
No, that's a different check. That doesn't matter.
Oh, how potent it is.
You're close, but you're on the right track.
Because the American is
Oh.
just better.
Oh, I mean, there's 3 of them.
No, that's so
It's how many
uncomfortable.
times you can.
Oh my god.
Okay, but no. So we're moving on. What would you like to do in your free time in Japan?
I think we're doing what we're doing in our
If you want to use your free time for that, I'll roll more dice.
No, I
I'm
want to
joking.
go. I want to do something different.
Each of you have 2 slots of free time. Laura, what are you doing in Japan?
Let's see here.
We gotta pray pretty soon.
Yeah.
None of you blocked. None of you are free from sin.
It's fine. I'll just go to confession and do several Hail Marys. It's fine.
Alright, so what
Oh my
I'm going to be
gosh.
doing is I need to get ready for this meeting because
Mhm.
some people are too distracted.
Hey, it's not my fault.
Okay.
I held as long as I could.
I'm sorry, my brain's a little fried. Okay. So, actually, I would like to go meet the Emperor if
Yes.
that's available.
You may request an audience with him, and a time will be prepared where he can meet with you.
All right, would you guys like to come with me to meet the Emperor?
Yes.
Or are you guys sleeping in?
Yeah, we'll join ya.
All right, so we.
I don't need
I'm
sleep.
hungover.
So I would like to arrange like an
I'm not.
informal meeting. Like we're not going to discuss business,
Yes.
but like
Mhm.
it's to get to know him, do the
Mhm.
political things
Yes.
with the Emperor of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I would like to do.
Oh, okay. You would want to get to know the Emperor better.
Yes, I would.
Okay. Is there something specific you're trying to learn about him, or?
Oh, I just wanted to know what kind of person he's like. You know?
Okay. You caught me off guard.
You were so
Working
focused
quickly.
on preparing for them, you forgot to prepare for me.
You should
Okay.
always be prepared for our shenanigans.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Mm.
So, what you glean from the Emperor is he seems to be a very serious man. Not in the same way Masashi is, though. It's just like the more and more time you spend with the Emperor, it's like no matter what you or anyone else does, you never break his poker face.
Okay.
There is not a single crack in his armor at all. It's just like, it is always that exact same polite, formal, whatever it is. Just like, it is just a flawless Either it's really the reality or it's the most perfect facade you've ever seen on any human being in your entire life.
Okay.
And you do get the feeling that he does lean more human than anything else.
Got it. Okay. Alright.
That's kind of what you get from him is like, this is a man who is driven by logic and reason. He is the absolute opposite of an emotional person. His personality type is emotionless.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Calculating.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, calculating is an excellent word for what he is.
Got it. Okay. Interesting. Well, now I know how to take that into a meeting, so...
You will never sway him with an emotional argument.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that is what your first slot of free time is spent on. Rhett, do you know what you want to use your first slot of free time doing?
I'm gonna go out with Lorelai.
Yes, where would you like to go? You have the entirety of Japan to travel.
I didn't get that far.
Restaurant.
All right, you find a sign. You walk through the city until you find a big sign that says "restaurant" over the top.
Oh my god! Because I'm doing this because this is what he would do, right? But I'm not doing this as like an RP thing, as like a level up date thing. Like it is a date, but mechanically no, because I can't level up anymore.
Nope.
True.
You're either gonna have to get another siren or let her shoot at something French.
Listen, I don't think it's the best idea to go picking fights with France at the moment.
Why not?
I didn't say it was a good idea. Just say that's what you got to do.
I know.
You are still missing a like and dislike from her.
You know what? I'll try to learn a like. Let me.
Or you trying to learn a like at restaurants. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Would check DC 12.
Yeah, we've gone to Weebland.
8?
Right?
8.
That whole thing exhausted.
Would you like to use your second free time to try again?
Yes.
The DC is 12.
No.
You spend your time this week spending time with Laurelie, but she is so much like rushing around. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, look at that over there. Let's go over there. You're trying new things and being everywhere that you don't actually get to spend a lot of time with her. You're more just trying to catch up with her as she's doing stuff in Japan.
As I'm exhausted from several. I'm assuming they do it anytime Lorelai's out without me
Yes.
So I'm just exhausted, wasting away.
Yes, though thankfully Lorelai does not seem to notice your exhaustion. As she has too many other fun, shiny things to look at.
More like the mantis is overstimulating.
Yes, and you are actively trying to spend all of your free time with her, so she has no reason to be mad at you.
Yes.
Just because you're not being supremely entertaining. So she appreciates the effort, so she is not mad at you.
Yes, because I am feeling mildly guilty.
Yeah. All right.
Even though we are not in a romantic relationship yet.
Gotta love
So
that
I'm
Catholic
allowed
guilt.
to do anything I can.
Yeah. Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna take my girl to a ramen shop.
Okay, cool.
Straight, we're going to the ramen shop, the first one that was open.
The first one ever.
We're
Absolutely.
going to the first one ever.
I wonder if it's
Yes.
still open to this day.
I have no idea.
Feel free to look it up. But you, are you trying to, because they
Oh,
already know everything about her,
Yeah, it's
so...
a date.
Okay,
Hold on. Because I did the thing for her technically.
Yes, so you can... Yes, you completed quest number 1, so you can gain more points if you want.
Yeah. Hold on, let me open up her sheet. I opened up Levi's, but I don't know why, considering she's not here yet. Let me get her sheet open.
So, she is also a DC 12 charm check to gain more points with her.
That's what I was gonna check.
And if you do, you will get her to relationship level 3, and that will come with new bonuses.
Hell yeah.
So, the first bowl of ramen. So there had been food like ramen since 1884, but it wasn't until 1910 that there was a first ramen shop exclusive.
Yeah, we're going to that.
Yeah, which is.
I assume it's still open. It's what, 1930?
I'm
Yeah.
wondering if it's still open today.
I don't know.
I believe it's.
Yeah.
Raikin?
I don't know. But
I don't know
anyways,
how to pronounce it in Japanese.
mad. I'm re-rolling that. That's stupid. It's literally one away.
You can use the pearl to try and roll better.
18.
Yes, you will be able to gain 5 points. Because as much as she does like ramen, it's not an official like. So,
Right.
Yep. So, that will get you 5 points with her, which once you put her RP to 64, you can also put her relationship level to 3.
Okay, sick.
Which, in between this session and the next one, that means you can pick a new hymn for her to learn.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, go ahead and have her learn 2. She was supposed to have 3 already, so she should be up to 3 now.
Okay, I'll do that in between sessions.
Yeah. So, then for your second slot of free time, if you know what you want to do already. Also, you could take the pearl back and just use the 18 as your second slot of free time roll.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
actually.
you can just take your pearl back
Okay,
then. Laurel, your last slot of free time for this week.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically sit down with Masashi as like preparing for
Yes.
the meeting kind of thing. So let's see here. So I do want to get to know him more, but I also want to talk to him about preparing for the meeting. So
Yes.
'cause I have one last thing I need to learn about him. So I'll go ahead and roll that real quick. So I want to make sure he's ready to go to help us out.
Yes. Okay, 17.
20 actually.
20, even better. And you said you're trying to learn the last thing of his?
Yes, a dislike.
Okay, his last dislike. So you already have snakes and laziness. You said you're just having like a sit-down meeting with him and like asking personal questions while doing so?
So basically it's like, okay, so the 2 leaders of China are quite the characters. I'm saying this unofficially to you because
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it.
I can't really express my true feelings, I feel like, in the meeting.
It is hard for me to tell you which one I dislike more.
One of them is really weird, and the other is very high and mighty.
Oh, sorry.
They're both weird. I'll admit that. Yeah, the communist one, and then of course Libai and she. Do you have an opinion or thoughts or feelings about either of them?
Well,
I mean, we are going to have to work with one of them, probably.
Admiral Guang is a crazy fanatic and a filthy communist, and I don't really feel there's anything more that needs to be said. He is fanatically devoted to his political party as if it were a religion, and nothing is ever going to sway him from it, and he, of course, sticks to this because he thinks he's doing the right thing. The only way to put him down is like a rabid dog, in my opinion. And for Libai, I do not like her.
Oh. Whoops.
You just don't like her?
We have tried to parlay in the past, and things went exceptionally poorly, and I find her distasteful. I will say that with your insight, if you can roll me a charm check, you'll be able to pry out of him why
He doesn't like her.
Yeah, at the very least you'll be able to get a little bit of a feeling why. Oh yeah.
So, if you don't mind, what is it about her that caused such a dislike in you?
She is such a manipulative and dangerous woman. She Fine, I will tell you this because I trust you, but you must not use this against me or I will be very upset.
No. I would not use it against you.
So you know how I feel about snakes.
Yes.
Oh.
Anytime that I have to be in the same room with her, she brings that snake siren with her exclusively because she knows that thing makes me incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh.
She is a manipulative, dangerous, and shrewd woman, and I think she is much more dangerous than she lets on, and you should take her very seriously. I do not like her, and I do not wish to speak with her, and I will not if that thing is in the room.
I see. I'll see what I can do to help make that less bad for you.
Thank you.
Alright. Is there anything else that she's done that just made you upset, like, get another dislike?
Oh, right. The other just like,
'Cause I already know he dislikes
Yeah.
snakes. That's
So,
funny, though.
yes, so you learn that's why they do not get along, because she taunts and teases him, and he hates that. Also, I hate that she looks down on me, and not just in a literal way. I do not like it. And like basically, once you've done that, you just get him to open up, and he just kind of starts rambling. And I'm gonna give you.
I see we've been drinking while we were discussing business.
Yes, of course. I'm gonna even say you gestured for a servant to bring it. Masashi didn't even notice, and he's just been.
I've just call over more wine, more sake.
You're getting him to ramble now.
Oh yeah.
So because you go with a really good charm and a really good insight, I will give you his actual last dislike, and I want to give you something funny I just thought of. You get out of him where his fear of snakes originates from.
Oh, where did he get this fear from?
So when he was very, very...
Tell me in his voice.
Oh, yes. It's like, so, when it all started, when I was very, very small, this is my earliest memory, is having a snake. I don't even remember what kind it was. I don't even think there are snakes like this in Japan. It shouldn't even be here. But there was a snake that was so big, it wrapped around me and tried to eat me as a child.
Jeez.
As an infant, really.
He almost got eaten by a snake.
Dang, I'm not surprised.
I know this couldn't have happened, but I swear I have a memory of being in its mouth. And every time, I hate snakes. I can't stand it. It just makes my skin crawl.
I don't blame him, dude.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. That is truly unfortunate. It's probably like a 1 in a million chance of happening.
It's ridiculous. I don't even know how such a thing happened. I hate it. I hate it. Thankfully now, I reassure myself by saying that now that my horns have grown in, a snake could not possibly swallow me. At least not head first.
I think it would pierce itself.
Definitely.
Trying.
So. And as he's rambling on, the other thing that you meant to learn, I'm trying to think how this would come up in conversation, even if he is rambling. I'm just gonna say it comes from just like a very general, like a number of smaller things he mentions. He never says this directly,
Okay.
but you kind of know because it's not. No, it's like he doesn't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You have way more than he is. It's like you just kind of get the feeling like he lives in like the military barracks. He eats with all the sailors in like the military cafeteria. So you learn he's really, really poor by Admiral standards. He barely he makes as much as like an infantryman like fresh into the army makes in like Italy.
Oh no.
Maybe less.
That's not a lot.
And you just kind of learn that he hates shopping. He dislikes shopping.
It just makes him sad.
It makes him sad because he can't afford anything, and he wishes his country had... Like, he knows, like, they can't afford to pay me more because our nation's... The vast majority of their funds go into making enough of a military to keep us as an actual power. So he wishes that his nation to be... Like, the way he phrased it in his mind is not, oh, like, these cheap bastards need to pay me more. He doesn't see it that way in his mind. It's... I wish my country was prosperous enough that it could afford to pay me more. But because he knows he is extraordinarily poor, he hates going out and shopping for things because it takes him so long to save up the money to buy anything.
All right.
You should introduce him to your boy. Because he likes
They're
thrifting.
gonna get along so well.
They're gonna go thrifting
I'll
together.
teach him how to thrift. Maybe that would make him happier.
So you officially learn his dislike is shopping.
All right. And I got his thoughts and feelings on the 2 here.
Yes, you did. You rolled really good charm and really good wit, so I gave it to you.
Like Dragon Mommy.
No! I mean, well, they dislike each other now, but that doesn't mean you couldn't make them like each other if you really wanted to.
Don't ever mention how a Chinese dragon looks so similar to a snake to him.
It's probably fine because she does not, as far as you know, have scales.
What's under the dress there, though?
You could try and ask.
I'll find out eventually, don't worry.
You certainly could try.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my time.
Yeah,
that was the week.
Everyone did our time.
Oh, okay, good.
So now it is the 20th of August. And...
You month?
No, the 20th of August.
My bad. My bad.
So you're closer to the next month of September. unless I'm completely insane.
I'm gonna have to look at all of our ships between sessions and see what we have. You said 20 what?
20th of August.
20th.
So 8, 20, 30.
Got it.
And at the beginning of the next week, you see in the harbor what looks like a royal procession as a fleet brings in what you know who it is.
Oh, yeah.
Lee Bai herself coming to negotiate with the three of you and the Japanese emperor.
So it's been about 2 hours and almost 30 minutes.
I was just about to ask, because normally we do have to kind of call it at a certain point, but you don't have to work tomorrow, and you don't have to work tomorrow, and I suck, and you don't have to work tomorrow.
'Cause you
so-
suck.
I wasn't going to say that.
We
I'm
both suck together. It's okay.
I'm trying to find a job. Life sucks.
I
Finding
am
a job is
too. It
hard.
sucks.
Like, trying to find a job is hard where we live right now. It sucks.
Right.
But so I want to say, normally this is like where I would call it, and we'd meet with Levi next time, but none of us have to be anywhere tomorrow. So do
Yeah.
you guys want to keep going, or do
So-
we want to call it here?
I personally think we should call it here, not just because, like, oh, I'm tired, but because it's easier for people to ingest streams if they're about 2 hours long. I know that I typically don't watch.
Fair
On the
enough.
rare occasion, I'll watch a stream that's longer. But typically, if I am gonna watch a stream, shut up!
You're weak.
Shut up! I'm busy watching my dumb white women shows.
Anyway.
Continue.
So I just think it'd probably be better, and also if we ever do want to, break this down into smaller like episodes, eventually like, edit them down.
Yeah.
It'll be easier if it's not too terribly long.
Sure. I always leave it up to you guys whenever y'all get tired.
So,
I'll let you know about
I
it.
vote. I'm chill with continuing, but I vote we end it here. I will concede to whatever you guys pick, though.
You two. If either one of you wants to say end it here, then we will. But if both of you want to keep going, then we'll keep going. Because I am always down to keep going, but I'll leave it up to you three to decide.
I am tired.
All right, well then we'll start with all of our political stuff with seeing Masashi and Dragon Mommy, the fated meeting.
And
Yes.
also more banging.
Oh my god.
It's going to be happening in the background, but I'm just having that. It'll just be, occasionally the two of you, like the three of you are going to be walking down the hall, and then Katarina is going to be in the middle and walking, and then you're going to pass a hallway, and a spectral hand is going to reach out from the darkness and grab Galileo and pull him into a room. And then you're going to look, and it's like, that was weird. I wonder where Galileo went. You're going to look back to the other side. Oh, Daniel's also gone. Oh, well, I guess I'm doing what I am by myself. I'm not hearing any other noises. Just walking in. They just disappear sometimes. You don't know where they are.
Alright, so I think before we end the stream, I do want to say that I don't think we mentioned it last time, but I want to make sure it's mentioned this time, that we do have one patron. Yay!
Yay!
I would like to say thank you, Mitch Mash, as your official shout out for
Yes.
thank you for being a patron
Yes.
and supporting our streams.
Well, we'll try to remember to do that at the beginning because we're not used to having people like us this much to pay us money.
But I
Yes.
wanted to say at least at the end because
Yes.
I remembered and I was like, yes, yay.
Yes.
We appreciate
All
you,
right.
Mitch Nash. You are one of, not the, but one of our best watchers.
Yes.
I'd say it's split between these three for our best watchers.
Yes.
honestly.
All right. Now, thank you all so much for watching today. It's been great having the session in front of all of you. And if you want to support us, you can buy Song of Sirens, the game, at itch.io. If you go to our website, songofsirens.ttrpg.com, you can find links to our Discord, which soon will make sure that it can't kick people out anymore.
I fixed it.
You can find links to our store on itch.io where you can buy things, or you can look us up as Dragons Archive Publishing on itch.io. And we are also on Patreon. Again, Dragons Archive. And we will see all of you next week. Well, before we go, I always like to do this. Feel free to say this in chat as I ask them as well. What was everybody's favorite part of the session?
As much as we despise him, I really liked meeting Zhao. I thought
It was a good villain introduction.
I thought he was great. I thought he was. I had the same reaction to him as I did to Giovanna.
Yes.
So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I liked meeting. Honestly, I did enjoy meeting. I liked trying to figure out what's going on and just ooh, this is uncomfortable and oh, do I really want him to be my enemy kind of thing and also like all the different kill him, poison him, aerate him.
I think Crimson and I enjoyed the same part.
Yeah, it looked like you and Crimson are in agreement.
Right.
That was really fun, and I'm glad I let the dice decide.
Yes, that's always an option. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching, and we will see all of you next week when we stream. It is always at 6 o'clock CST. Yes?
Oh, are we going to have it next week? Yeah, we should.
Yep.
Or, because when are we going on vacation?
Yeah, because we're only going during the week.
Yeah, but we're leaving Sunday, remember? Because we have to catch our flight at 8 a.m.?
We will probably be streaming next Sunday, but if not, we will tell you in the Discord.
Yeah, we'll give you guys an update. We're taking a trip. Our 4-year anniversary, so we're taking a
Yay.
trip. But
Technically 1 year.
Being married is great. And we will actually be in Vegas, so
Yeah,
that's what we're
we
taking
will,
a trip to.
actually.
Because it doesn't matter where we say we're taking a trip to, because it's far away. So
Right.
we're going to take a trip, first time in Vegas. We're so excited.
Yes.
It may interfere with the stream. We'll either slightly reschedule it or just have 1 week off. We'll see.
Right.
So, goodbye, everybody. We will see you the next time that we see you.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.